Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome, welcome, welcome to Hellstormwargaming. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in today. How are we doing? How are we doing? Good morning. Oh, my voice broke a little bit then. Good morning. Hello. Hello. How are we? My chat isn't working again. It's just Wednesday mornings. I'm going to have to speak to them. Every Wednesday morning, it stops working. You need a haircut. I had a haircut like 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about? I had a haircut like 2 weeks ago. I've got a fan next to me. Welcome in, chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're all doing well, having a wonderful day. It looks like I caused a bit of drama. I wasn't going to talk about it, but everyone else is talking about me. So I'm now going to talk about it. So welcome in. Hello. We've got a lot to talk about today. We've got the Reddit thread to talk about. Because they're talking about me over on the reddit.com. And also, my good friend, Mr. Mercenary Q, is going to be joining me on stream to do a Votann tier list today. We're doing Votann tier list today after the Reddit drama discussion. How's that sound, chat? How's that sound? That sounds great, don't you think? Don't you think that sounds super sick, super epic? So hello, welcome in, come in, say hi. I wish chat would work. It just doesn't for some reason on a Wednesday morning consistently. Just stopped working. It's just stopped working completely. I need a new chat bot, that's for sure. It's fucking shit, this one. It was great when I was multi-streaming on Twitch, but Twitch is just being shit now, so I don't multi-stream there anymore. Let me try this one. Let me randomly try this one. Let me just randomly try this random thing I've just Googled just now. YouTube chat 3. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. That did not work either. Never mind. Worth a go on it. Worth a go. Was it for at Hellstorm? That did nothing. God damn it. We don't deserve to be seen. It's just so frustrating. Just every Wednesday morning, it's just like, yeah, nah, you can't work now. For some reason. I don't get it. And everything I try doesn't work. Do Stream Elements have one? Maybe Stream Elements have one. Let me try and fix that. So welcome, everyone. So what's happened? What's happened? Basically what's happened is that I banned Imperial Knights. I banned an army. And people are mad about it. Even though they're not here. They're not coming. But people are mad about it. I can't fix it. It's gone. It's Jova. It's Jova. However, the main thing was is that I wasn't really that bothered about talking about it. I made a bit of a post on Facebook saying everything's shit and Games Workshop need to sort it out. But then people were going onto live streams, going onto other people's live streams, and calling me clickbait because I'm just doing it for drama. The irony being, they are the ones sat on a live stream doing it, talking about it. You know? The irony being, other people sat on live streams talking about my post when I was sat at home playing Subnautica. You know? You know? And a lot of people bitching about me in group chats by the sounds of it, and I just don't give a fuck. So that's the plan today, but before we get into that, well, after we're going to get into that, we're going to do a Votann tier list with Mercenary Q, because he's the best Votann player I know. I only know, like, 3, to be fair. But he's one of the best. And then, but before we get into that, that's the plan. But how is everyone? Have you had a good couple of days? What have you been up to? You been doing any Warhammer stuff? You built any new armies? What have you been doing? What have you been doing? People are sure are crazy plays with butterfly knife. Yes, my plastic knife. I play with my plastic Votann, my plastic butterfly knife that I 3D printed. I thought I was the best Votann player. No, you were the only Votann player at that time. That was the problem. You know? I posted the completed Cathay Sentinel last night. That's true, you did. It looked really good. Look at Gaz's Cathay Sentinel, dude. Look at that. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. Look at it. Simple, yet effective. The stone golem. Bam. 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 Very beautiful. Getting my Grey Knights ready to continue playing Warpaint. Yeah, true. Warpaint is just broken. Broken compared. It's so good. Where is it? Joe! How you doing, Joe? Don't listen to the Mikey. No one ever seems to care when codexes are banned in Europe when they are release broken. It's true. It's true. Chat, don't you think it's really hot today? It's really, really hot here today. But I'm also, like, really tired. And I kind of wish I had, like, a cold drink that would give me a really good pick-me-up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's really warm, and I'm trying to have a little pick-me-up, but I'm having a cup of coffee in 30-degree heat. If only there was something else I could drink. If only... It was that smooth. Chat, was it smooth? If only there was exclamation point G Fuel in chat. Hashtag ad. Hashtag sponsored. If only you could type exclamation point G Fuel in chat. And from now until like tomorrow, I think tomorrow, there is a buy one get one free discount on all energy tubs from a G Fuel. 6 hours. No, you've got today. You've only got today. It is buy one get one free on gfuel.com. Hashtag sponsored. You can get 2 tubs for the price of 1. Each tub is 40 servings of beautiful, gorgeous powder that you mix with water in a cool shaker. That is a sugar-free energy drink replacement just for you. You know? So you could get one of these. This would be really nice. There's a whole bunch of different flavors. There's no aspartame, which is obviously really, really bad for you. It's the sweetener replacement that they use in things like Monster and Diet Coke. There's none of that. There's only raw flavor and caffeine, you know? So if you want, there's loads of different types of flavors you can get. There's like Evil Emperor from Dragon Ball Z, which is a berry medley, which sounds really nice. My personal favorite is Lindon Berry, PewDiePie's flavor, very nice. Hype Sauce is very nice, and also Blue Ice. They're 3 of the flavors that I've gotten on the way. I'm going to be trying the Fallout flavor because that sounds really good. I don't know why the links aren't working, but that's fine. I'm having a real big problem with Google Chrome at the minute, so I'm going to use a different browser today. Okay. Let's just go to a real browser. I'm changing browser, chat. I'm moving over. Let's have a look at pink lemon. Why is the link not working? Why is the link not working? Anyway, if you just go to tubs, there's loads of other flavors as well. The buy one, get one free doesn't have every flavor. It just has a lot of them. Maybe you want to touch some grass, chat. Maybe you should try touching some grass with some cucumber lime. How about that? You know what I mean? Maybe you want to look at that. No sugar or antioxidants. Focus, reaction, endurance, and 140 milligrams of caffeine. What more could you want? The links broke before the kidneys did. You can go to just, there's loads, you don't have to like click on everyone. There's loads of different flavors here. Maybe you want some gummy shark flavor. Hell yeah, sugar free. Still sugar free, isn't that crazy? You'll see it on stream soon. It's the only thing I'll be drinking on stream, but I'm very excited to get some. I've drank G Fuel in the past. I've had a bunch of it in the past. You've seen me drink it on stream before. I've posted about it before, and they're very kindly sponsoring me now. So if you want to use my code, currently it won't give you a discount because the bog off sale is on, but after bog off, it is 20% discount on everything in store. So thank you to G Fuel for sponsoring Hellstormwargaming. Do they do a decaf one of those that are overweight and have dodgy hearts? I don't know, actually. I should look that up. I don't know if they do decaf. It's not something I've ever looked into. Now, I will say, if you're in the UK, shipping is a little high. But the great thing is, if you get a friend to split it with you, it's much cheaper. You know? Just to let you know. But it's still cheaper with the bog off. You still save a bunch of money. I bought 4 tubs, and it cost me this. It was like cheaper than 2, I think. So, with shipping. Vape flavors in lean berry sticker will cross me up every time. Maggie sold out for free, not fizzy lifting drinks. Yeah, I don't care. It's very nice. When are you dropping the reliquary red flavor? I need you to use my link if you want me to drop a reliquary red flavor, because I will. I will drop a reliquary red flavor, but you need to be using my link, you know? Where can we get those friends to split stuff with? Ask in the Discord. Speaking of, Discord, I'm about to tell everyone that I've gone live. I'm just about to tell everyone that I've gone live to Discord. Everyone, it seems I caused a drama. Can you even believe? I could use a Manscaped sponsorship. I love seeing people's funny scripted Manscaped ads, so would def want to see what Mikey does for it. I would just shave my balls, fat rip, on stream. You know? Just shave my balls and fat rip. I've been in the shower on stream before. I've been in the shower on stream. What else have I done? Is it true there's a Grindr collab coming in later months? Bro, if Grindr asks me, yeah, I'd do an ad for them. I love Grindr. Ba-ding! Is that the sound it makes? I don't know. Everybody's well because Tube won't pay. The Tube won't pay? I will say that my revenue is really down on YouTube right now. YouTube's been really shit recently. I don't know if you've heard, but there was a day or 2 days, I think, last month. Yo, Puddle, thanks for the 3 months. There was a couple of days in July. Thank you for the 3 months. It's next week, actually. The Fent collab's next week. There was a couple of days last month where they just went, yeah, we're going to try and deal with the bots, but in doing so, we're not going to play any ads on any videos. So no one's earning for those like 2 or 3 days that we're doing that. We just went, you know, those 2-3 days, no ads are being served on videos. Great for you guys at home. No ads for a few days. However, because they cut ads, every YouTuber on the planet lost revenue for 2 or 3 days. Because, and then they went, well, we didn't serve any ads, so there's no revenue split available. So, well, shake that ass on more donations. Yeah, literally, so I just saw my revenue just go... I was like... It was the day I launched a video as well, which is like the biggest time to earn revenue is when you drop a new video, because it's going to get a lot of traction. I only dropped one a week, if that. I literally lost a quarter of my revenue in a day. I watched all Mikey's vids multiple times those days. So anyway, if you want to support the channel, you can become a member from little as £1.99 a month. You can also super chat and help make up that difference, because my revenue just hit the floor for 2 days. I'm sorry, Mr. Landlord, it's all YouTube's fault. Do you think that'll work if I tell the landlord that YouTube didn't serve any ads, so I hope you enjoyed it because I didn't get paid? You know, will that work? Will that pass? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Fame and exposure. That's true. That's true. The free market hates community comp. They do. They do hate the community comp. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Let's talk about the drama. Let's talk about the old drama. So you might have heard me, you might have seen me, you might have listened to me over the past few weeks. I have been talking a hell of a lot about the problems with Imperial Knights and Death Guard in the competitive 40k community. And I've also complained about the lack of update from Games Workshop, the lack of action, the lack of communication publicly about what they were planning to do regarding Imperial Knights, Death Guard, etc. So I've been constantly talking about it on stream. We've kind of had a few ideas on stream, and I've decided to implement those ideas from stream into my event at the end of this month. It's called All Stars. There you can see the logo, ! shopping chat, if you'd like to attend it. It's on the 30th and 31st of August. Okay, and I wasn't really going to talk about this. I think I kind of put my post out. I was happy to reply to comments. I wasn't really going to make a whole stream about it, and today's stream isn't all about it. I'm just giving you a little update. However, I put a post out, which was then shared to Reddit, ironically by one of my mods. But I did put a post out, okay, that basically implemented a custom balanced data slate for my event, which is probably only going to be the one event, because hopefully it'll be fixed before that. And this was it, and I can't get rid of the thing, because I'm using a different browser now. I'm not logged in. This was my balanced data slate. I think it's pretty okay. It's pretty relaxed. It's pretty, you know, surface level. It's not crazy. All stars limited to 2 per faction. Fucking hell, John. Are you supposed to be in bed, bro? You want to come on my podcast where normal time for me and it's like 3 AM for you? For once. And they do it again for the karma, that's true. Anyway, I added two restrictions. Well, technically 3, but 2 armies. Or 2 factions, anyway. Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights would receive the rule of 1 on all big knights, which is essentially saying that if you have multiple big knights, if you are taking multiple Cerastus, multiple Quistores, multiple Castellan Valiant equivalent, I don't know what they're called, tyrants, you can only take 1. You can't take 2. You can't take 3. My dogs decided to wake me up to catch the stream. You can only take a single type of each one. You can't take multiple. You can't take triple Atropos. You can't take double Lancer. You can't take double Abominant with Gatling cannons and then another one with all battle cannons, you know. The intention being is everybody's playing Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights, and a lot of people are saying, well, the win rates aren't crazy, and that is correct. However, these factions are winning or going undefeated more than any other army in the game right now. You know, people are like, well, Chaos Knights only have a 49% win rate, and it's like, yeah, okay, because they're only really losing to Imperial Knights and Death Guard. And I think a lot of people forget that. A lot of people look specifically at the win rate and they don't look at the fat stack of players that are playing them and the fat stack of players that are going undefeated. A high percentage, you know? Almost, I think, a sixth of players that are playing Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights are going undefeated, and a third of players that are playing Death Guard are going undefeated. They are some crazy high numbers, you know? So I obviously put a post out. Oh, fucking browsers, bro. I put a post out on my Discord and also on Facebook, because obviously I have to use Facebook to run events for some reason. I hate Facebook. It's the only thing I had to use it for. As you can see, my last 5 posts have all been about events and then nothing else. And then at events. So anyway, I put a post out, and I'll bring it up on Discord because it's just easier to read, to be honest. Anyway, here's my post. Here's my post. It is with regret that I bring this announcement. I don't know why I made it sound like that someone had died, except for my patience. But with the lack of communication from Games Workshop regarding the laughable win rate statistics we've been seeing over the past few weeks, I have, disappointingly, had to try and fix this problem with them in the meantime. These runs for all stars events until some kind of balance is addressed for the Joker meta we have right now. This is not to nerf them into the ground, which is a very key point. It is merely a plaster over a much larger problem to take the edge off and tone them down while these armies continue to feel like they are playing a completely different edition of the game to everyone else. Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights have a rule of 1, and then Death Guard will be limited to rule of 2, and also specifically, I'm not allowing them to ally Chaos Knights, because I knew for a start, as soon as I said, oh yeah, you can't take 3 Death Rider units or whatever, or 3 bloat drones, people will be like, well, I'll just take a fucking Chaos Knight with double battle cannon, and then I'll fill out the rest of the list. So I said they can't do that either. You know, we don't need 2 broken armies allying together, to be honest. Why is the music gone off? Excuse me? Let's give it the old refresh. There we go. So yeah, so I said that they couldn't take Chaos Knights as an ally, and you can't take more than two of the same unit. And then as it went on to say, realistically, these armies should be banned until a proper fix is brought in, but then players will be punished for something entirely outside their control. A better fix will be to rules change and points adjustments, but that is outside my remit to properly playtest, which is going to be quite important. Games Workshop, my offer of £500 an hour for playtest is still available, which, considering I'm already doing your job for free, seems like a bargain. Because I'm doing it for free, and they can see what I'm good at. Clearly, I'm doing well. So the above fixes are what I feel are the easiest to implement, while still avoiding harm to players who always run Knights or Death Guard. Instead, targeting certain horrible lists that will definitely see play. So, obviously, I put that notice out to my community. I posted it on Facebook, and then obviously it was shared to Reddit by one of my mods. So I'm saying Hellstorm introduces restrictions on Knights and Death Guard. Looks like the event is going to impose a rule of 1 on Big Knights, Chaos Knights, and a rule of 2 on Death Guard barring battle line. Looks like Death Guard also can't ally in Chaos Knights. Hopefully put some pressure on GW. Now, the problem is that because of that line, which is like, you know, it summarizes what I put, you know, and this isn't to blame anyone that posted on Reddit, because it's actually made it quite funny, is that people are specifically reading that line with no other context, even though I posted the full statement on there, which explains everything. And there's a very different thing, and there's two factions that have emerged from this Reddit thread. Tournament organizers, no, actually there's 3 factions. Tournament organizers shouldn't have this power. And to them I say, go fuck yourself. Don't come to my event. Most of the people who are angry at me, especially on Facebook of all places, are fucking from America. You were never going to come anyway. I don't care about your opinion. Another faction is that this is really good, which is obviously, I'm glad you're agreeing. That's not funny, sadly. Being in agreement is great. I do love you for it. The third faction is like, this doesn't do enough. Well, not anymore, I'm not. Yeah, when some random guy in Michigan says, actually, you're not playing 40k, you're playing Hellstorm game, because you're not really playing Warhammer anymore. And I'm like, I don't care what you think. However, the other faction is like, you've not gone far enough, you know?
Mikey! Super chat
Which is
£5.
like, fine.
Shame you have to do
Fine.
multi-billion companies' job, but respect to you.
Yeah, discussing resilient, thanks for the 5, mate.
Do what you think's best for your community.
Look, I want to do a formal apology to Disgusting Resilient because I went on their live stream, saw one comment and left a snotty comment. All right, I heard one thing said, and I left a snotty comment in chat, and I do want to apologize formally. And I'll tell you what happened. I'm happy to like be open about it and stuff, but yeah, then there's loads of people in this thread. Also, Jamati, thank you for the gifted membership. Really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of people that said like, oh, you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. This isn't even going to make a difference. All I have to do is swap XYZ. Which is like quite funny. It's quite funny because I think people are missing the whole point of the statement where it was like, this is not to nerf them into the ground. It is a plaster over a large problem to take the edge off and tone them down whilst these armies continue to feel like they are playing a completely different game. You know? And again, there's other things where it says a better fix will be rule changes and points adjustments, but that is outside my remit to properly test. Because it's a bit of a number being thrown around of like, oh,
Mikey! Super chat
Mercenary, thanks for the 5.
And they do it again for the karma.
Thanks for the 5, dude. Really appreciate it. A fucking legend. There is a bit of like an idea that where it's like, well, Death Guard should be playing less points. You know? Death Guard should be playing less points. Imperial Knight should be playing less points. And the thing is with it is like, imagine the reaction to someone sharing the story that I made Death Guard play less points. Imagine the overreach people would call me out for. You know what I mean? the huge overreach this power crazy TO came out with, where he said certain armies have to play less points than everyone else and putting like a handicap on him. The thing is with it is like, I don't think you are ever going to be able to win when it comes to anything like this, because ultimately the only way you can win is by the multi-billion pound company. Multi-billion, that's a lot of millions. All right, I know you don't quite get it, but it's what's that old saying where it's like 1 million seconds is a couple of days and 1 billion seconds is 32 years or something stupid, you know? Just for like how much this company's worth. Their flagship game that makes them £1 bajillion a year, quite literally, I looked at the stats the other day, that they can't be bothered to actually address the issues is ridiculous. Let's be honest. Ultimately, that's the issue. Not a TO saying, hey, don't bring all of this spam. But, like, I think the idea of going, yo, maybe make Death Guard play 1,800 points instead of whatever is a nice idea. But imagine I think that is like more trying to stomp them into the ground and more going to cause an issue, because like ultimately, what is 150 points to 200 points decrease in the army? Like, where is that stat come from? What are we saying that Death Guard are 10% better than every other army in the game, hence a 10% handicap on their list? You know, why is it not 1,500 point Death Guard list? Because I'd say they're probably 25% better or whatever. You know? And it's kind of like, that's the kind of thing that you're opening up to. And again, I want to like kind of add, a better fix will be rules and points changes, but that's outside my remit to playtest. You know, yeah, it's arbitrary. A 200 point tax on a Death Guard army is super arbitrary because like there's no stats to back it up. What is their stats of? People spamming like multiple of the same unit in every single list and doing really well. You know? So the point I was trying to get at was, I'm not trying to go, yo, Death Guard and Knights are too strong, they're not allowed to win my tournament. Because there's a comment on here that's like, it would be funny after all this if Death Guard still win. And I said, yeah, they're gonna still win. However, when they play 5 games, those first 3 random matchups, because I do wins and random, you know what I mean? I do wins and random. So if you've won 2 games, you could randomly pair into someone who's also won 2 games. And that could be the best player at the event or someone who got kind of lucky. You know what I mean? When they get randomly paired into people, if they are running Death Guard, at least they're not running 3 of the best unit. They're only running 2, which is a little bit more manageable. And then there's loads of people in these comments that are like, oh, well, all I have to do is, like, change 1 heavy blight launcher drone out. And it's like, that's the point, dickhead. You know what's easier to deal with than 3 heavy blight drone launchers? 2. Are you stupid? Do you know what's easier to deal with than Abominant with double Gatling cannons and a double battle cannon knight in the army? 1! Just 1! Does it mean that the army's fixed and it's all fine now? No! No, it doesn't. That's not my job to deal with. You know what my job to deal with is to make sure that 60 people play 5 other people and have a nice time. That's my job. That's not the reason I run events, is to make people have a nice time. It's not my job to deal with the overarching competitive scene, because every time I've tried, I get shit on for it. All right? Then it's not my job to work out exactly what percentage Death Guard are performing higher than everyone else and work out what that points value is. You know what it is to do? To stop someone copy-pasting a list from last week and bagging it into my event who are shit but are doing better because they are playing an army that is superior to everyone else's and smashing everyone else who is supposed to be on the similar level to them. That's my job. So it's just fucking stupid. It's just fucking stupid, because I knew for a fact, as soon as I posted it, there'd be outrage. It's kind of why I put a bit of a snotty comment on it. But as soon as I posted it, I knew that people would be like, this is too much, you are being power hungry, or this is too little, this does nothing. All I have to do is change X and Y, and they just don't fucking get it, that if you have to change X and Y, it's making a difference. You know? It makes a difference if you have to go, I can run list, but as soon as you put but in there, I have fixed the problem that you were going to cause. You know? It just makes me fucking laugh. It just makes me fucking laugh. The fucking delusion of people reading this and going, you know what I mean? Like one of the top comments, wouldn't it be funny if this just made Death Guard find an even better build? At least people would have to think about it for more than 3 minutes rather than copy and paste a list from another event. They'd have to actually go, oh, this was using 3 of this. This was using 3 of that. Now I can't do that, so I'm going to have to change it. You're ultimately making that list worse because you are having to change it. Now, if there are lists that go, okay, I only use 2 of everything. And it's like, right, okay, great. What do you want me to do? So you can't bring that list? Do you want me to say you can only have one Death Shroud? Not even a unit of 3, just 1 on his own? There's only so much I can do. I'm just trying to, like, put the lid on the pan. You know what I mean? The pan is boiling over. I'm just trying to put the lid on it. It's going to boil over again, but at least I've slowed it down for another 30 seconds. You know what I mean? It's kind of like blowing on. Do you know when you're boiling pasta and you're like, to get rid of the bubbles? You know the bubbles are going to come straight back, but they've gone for a minute. You know what I mean? They've gone for a minute. Balance of Days around the corner. GW isn't going to do anything until then. I don't care. You know what my problem is? My event's in 3 weeks. Anyway, I suppose you put shopping chat to grab a link. That's the thing. The funniest thing about this is one of these 3 is still going to win the event. And I think it will. I honestly think Death Guard will still win the event. But at least they won't absolutely butcher 4 opponents before that. They might only butcher like 2, maybe 1, if I'm lucky. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are like, the balanced data slates in 3 weeks. 3 weeks! No, it's out in September. That doesn't mean the 1st of September. It never has. Sometimes September means October in Games Workshop's bloody calendar. The balanced data slate is any time between now and 8 weeks at a minimum. You know? It could be longer. It could be out longer. It could be out in October for all we know. But ultimately, there's like now between now and 8 weeks that the balanced data slates come out, and I've got an event in 3. Am I supposed to just go, right, okay, everyone who doesn't want to buy a ticket because they can't be asked to play Death Guard Imperial Knights all weekend, don't bother coming, I'll just load some money and I'll just go bankrupt, don't worry about it. You know? As a Death Guard player, I've stopped playing because I'm bored of the list. You're daft not to take. This limitation actually makes me think for a second. For more than a second than it makes to make a semi-interesting list. Exactly. That's the thing. It's like, he's supposed to stop you in tracks. You go, oh, okay. Cool. Look, 3 months ago, Meta Monday, it's a Death Guard world. 3 months that this has been a problem. It's a minimum. So it's just fucking stupid that people are like, it's not going to move the needle much at all. There's plenty of high point lists that only needs to replace a heavy blight drone. It only needs to replace one of the most problematic units in the game right now. It's not going to do anything. That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. People look at it and go, that's not going to do anything. I only need to place one unit. You know what I'd rather... Do you know when I turn up to a Death Guard matchup? You know what's better than 3 blight drones? 2. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? I'm not here to make Death Guard shit. I'm not here to make Imperial Knights shit or fix them or perfectly balanced. I'm just trying to make it so the fucking army that an opponent plays against is a little less brutal. They're probably still going to lose, but I hope they score more than 5 points when they do it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't see how this hurts anyone except Chaos Knights. Yes, double lance or double lance repulse were a problem. You're just stupid. It doesn't hurt anyone except double lance or double lance repulse are pretty bullshit.
Mikey! Super chat £5. Your job as A2 is to make sure and guarantee your attendees' enjoyment and happiness at your events.
Thank you, Joe.
People acting like all events have to do this.
No, exactly. Exactly. Thank you for the 5, mate. Really appreciate it. It's like, on the one hand, yeah, people are acting like this is everyone's event ever, you know? Where it's not. It's only my one event, you know? But on the other, they're just fucking stupid because it's like, this doesn't hit anyone. Except for this really busted thing that people are running. Are you fucking dumb? Yeah, the Lancer Atropos combo is broken, but at least it's different. At least it's different. You know what I mean? I've yet to run against triple Death Shroud or Voted Bloat Drone. I think triple Death Shroud is pretty common, especially among the mid-tables. And 3 bloat drones is like standard. If you're not playing 3 bloat drones, what are you playing at? Hey, look, it's the evil TO. Triple heavy blight drone is very common. Triple shroud is fairly common, but much less so. Triple poxwalker, that is pretty common. So many top Death Guard lists are fan nerve alternative for 160 points. Exactly. This isn't fair to all the players who spent a Sunday afternoon 3D printing and airbrushing 18 Death Shroud. This is the thing. I remember people freaking out when TOs introduced the rule of 3 because 20 town commanders versus 5 Storm Ravens or 8 player-based crawler was stupid. Now rule of 3 was even adopted by GW. This is how the game progresses. I think people forget, you know what I mean? It's like rule of 3 wasn't a Games Workshop rule. It was a custom rule put in by TOs because everyone was running 300 Nurglings, 5 Storm Ravens, 8 Plague-based Crawlers, 150 Razor Wing Flocks, 9 Sky Flying Hive Tyrants, loads of like really horrible spam stuff. So TOs put in an arbitrary rule of 3, but it was before Reddit was a big thing, so no one cared and just got on with it. 9 Flying Hive Tyrants, yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. Just 5 Storm Ravens and Gulliman, 9 Flying Hive Tyrants, 12 Plague-based Crawlers, 150 Nurglings, or 150 Razor Wing Flocks with the Incarn. I had that list. I still have 9 Flying Hive Tyrants from when I bought it off someone. So it's not uncommon for TOs to take like rule of X into their own hands. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's just funny. It's just funny. I knew that this would be the reaction, and it always is this reaction, because unless you're sucking off Games Workshop and going, yes, Games Workshop, no Games Workshop, 3 bags full Games Workshop, then people get mad at you for some reason. Even if they're feeding you shit, and they're just going, yeah, 3 months of Death Guard, enjoyed last month of it. Unless you are fucking, like, unless you are doing to the letter, to the book, what other people or what Games Workshop recommends, even though their recommendation is, you know, riddled in profits rather than fucking the health of the game, let's be honest, people have a problem all the time. You know what I mean? People always have a problem, and I just don't give a fuck. Now, the thing that annoyed me was I was quite warm, I was quite angry, I'd been shit on all day, and then someone tagged me or told me about a live stream that was happening. And I've already apologized to them. I did react poorly to the information, but it wasn't the only person that had said it. There was a couple of people that had talked on live streams or in live chats about my post, saying Mikey's being a big clickbaiter. He's just doing it for the clicks. Which made me annoyed, because I think other people, like random Reddit comments call me clickbait is like whatever, you know what I mean? Random Reddit comments call me clickbait is fucking, I don't care. I've got bigger fish to fry. But I think when it's like another person in the community that's like going, oh, you're clickbait for making this post and making this ban, when they're on a live stream or they're featured on a live stream, a host on a live stream, or in a comment section of a live stream, it's ironic to try and imply that I was the one being clickbait when I wasn't the one live streaming. You know what I mean? Now, there was a channel that I did comment in, and I do regret commenting because I kind of only got a little bit of the context. So I've already said it on stream, but I do want to apologise to Aiden from Disgusting Resilient for derailing his stream a little bit, where I kind of came in with a snotty attitude because one of the hosts had said I was being a big clickbaiter for posting about it, even though the live stream is like talking about community nerves. It's like I was, and it just annoyed me because it was like I wasn't live. I wasn't live going, I'm banning Death Guard. I am now because I'm being called clickbait, so I may as well fucking play into it. If people already think it, then why not? But it's like I came in a bit snotty because that's the only thing I'd seen, and I was like, well, this guy's calling me clickbait, but he's using me to clickbait, and that just kind of annoyed me. So I say it's disappointing, I don't disagree with what I said, but I did do it in a snotty way, I think. So like a formal apology to Discussing Resilient podcast and all of the hosts on there. Because I just think it would have been better for me to be coming with a little bit more grace rather than just being like, the first thing I say is, why are you calling me clickbait? Whilst I don't disagree with what I said, I shouldn't have derailed the stream like I did. So I wouldn't expect anyone else to do it to me, and I shouldn't have done it to them. So there's my my formal official apology to them. Like I said sorry, I messaged Aiden personally and apologized to him. I apologized on the stream, and now I'm apologizing to you. You guys might not even know it happened, but it did happen, so I wanted to tell you. But like there was someone else's live chat that was like, oh, he's just that clickbaiting guy, and it's like I'm not sat here on a live stream. I wasn't sat here on a live stream because now it just sounds silly because I am on a live stream. I wasn't sat on a live stream saying I'm banning Death Guard. It was just like a post I put on Facebook to talk about the events where the page that I used to run events was talking about the event I'm running, you know. So it was a bit annoying, to be honest. That was a bit annoying, that bit. However, the point being is it's just funny because I said, like, no matter what you do, it's either too much or too little, you know? I did defend you against my co-host. I mentioned how it got you a lot of shit in the past for community days, like, and knew you were trying to do what GW should really be doing. No, exactly. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate Aiden. Really appreciate it, buddy. But yeah, it was just like, no matter what you do when you try and help the community, but even then, my intention wasn't even try and help the community. It was to try and help my event. You're always going to be the enemy for some reason. You know what I mean? It's just like you're always going to be the bad guy because you are trying to control, you are power hungry, you're trying to overreach, except all these like negative terms that people love to throw around. But ultimately, if you don't like it, if you're not coming to my event, I don't care. If you don't like it, you are coming to my event, I'll just give you a refund. All of the people are like, I would never go to it. There's loads and loads of comments that are like, I would never go to an event that puts restrictions on. You know, and it's like, I don't want you to come to my event because you're probably bad vibes. If you don't like mild restrictions on 2 or 3 of the top armies in the game in the last month before they're bound to get nerfed, and you're just trying to make a fun event for your players, you're probably bad vibes. I don't want you there. Next time, make the announcement after the refund is closed. Yeah, like, I'm happy to offer people a refund. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I don't care. I'll even give a discount code to another event if you're that mad about it. But you're probably bad vibes, you know what I mean? As someone in Alaska, I would never attend this event in UK, Sheffield. And then this one as well. Ignore all the data from Hellstorm, lol. This one also makes me laugh. My priority is not your data. My priority is to make a fun event. It doesn't matter what my data says. You know, my one event, there's already 3 months of data. There's already 3 months of data that prove that Death Guard Imperial Knights are fucking stupid. You know? What makes you laugh is no one has upvoted it. True. True. So what you want about Mikey, but he doesn't have to generate content. Anyway, I think that's enough of that post. If you want to go to my tournament, !shopping chat, there's a link in the description. You can come along, and it might not be quite as brutal as normal. Someone is Alaska. Sorry, my events have restrictions. Don't be a dick. If that's going to stop you coming, good. Yeah. GW was waiting on Mikey's event to decide what to do with Death Guard, and now they're in shambles. Someone said, imagine Games Workshop put a Death Guard nerf out tomorrow, is in today. And I was like, if they did that, I am 100% claiming that's because of me. So... It's just funny. It's just funny. What was the other one? There's something else. I can't remember. Ultimately, if a salty Death Guard player refuses to come because they only want to run a broken army, is that a good thing? Yeah, exactly. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. You were bad vibes. Last time it did happen because of you, didn't it? I don't think it was specifically because of me. The problem is the last time that I did a community balanced data slate, some dumb fucking Australian, some AI bro Australian, decided to release a fake balanced data slate at the same time because I was talking about making a community data slate. Then I made the community data slate so good that then when people were sharing the fake one and mine, it looked the same, so people thought it was the real one, even though mine said community data slate all over it and in the background. Because I'm that good at Photoshop, I replicated it perfectly. To when other people were also doing the same and releasing fake ones on 4chan, then it fucking... people started thinking that I was releasing a fake one. So... And ever since then, people have had a problem with me, to be honest. That whole idea really backfired. Because of some dumb fuck. To be fair, the website is Warhammer Community. Yeah, true. Competitive discourse used to be salty gossip on message boards about your local scene. Now it's aggro sweatlots on the other side of the world with the word springs and no chill. Yeah, true. True. Anyway, chat. I think that's it for that drama. There's my update. I've only spoken about it for almost an hour. Rename it Hellstorm Handicaps to avoid that PR conflict. I feel like that might be a PR disaster, to be fair. Anyway, we're going to do a Votann tier list. I'm just going to call the best Votann player I know. How do I turn my music down even more? Yo!
Yo.
How's it going?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Excellent.
How's it
Hi,
going?
chat. Hey, not bad. Feeling pretty good. Excited. Tier listing.
Good. If you don't know who this voice is, chat, this is Mercenary Q. Sorry, would you like to have one? Would you like? Well, you can introduce yourself. I've already said your name.
It's so funny because I have the YouTube video on in the background and there's a huge delay, so it's throwing me off. Anyway, my name is Mercenary Q, or Mercenary. I'm one of the mods here in Discord of Hellstorm. I play Votann pretty much exclusively when it comes to competitive. I think I've met quite a few of you in person. But yeah, feeling hype, feeling excited. Very exciting codex, I have to say.
Yeah, tell us a fun fact about yourself. No
Fun
pressure.
fact about myself.
Yeah,
No
just
pressure.
one. Just one
I'm
fun
bald.
fact.
I'm bald.
You
I've
are
lost all
bald.
my hair.
Bro, you are bald, to be fair. That's so true.
I'm a baldy. And that's why I can, all the models are bald in Votann, and that's the real draw to me. And
So
they're
you
a lot of
are
them
a
are
Votann.
shirtless. I'm just always shirtless as well. You should see me at an all-star event just standing there without a shirt on. So
You
that's
do
the
like
real
you do
connection.
like to come in with the power moves, to be fair.
It's a new codex
True.
for Death Guard
That's-
and
that's how it really
World
works.
Eater.
Exactly.
You just come in, you're like, yo, shirts versus skins, let's
Mm-hmm.
call it a day.
Exactly. And I just run around shirtless all the time. That's the real
Yeah.
spicy pasta.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a tier list today. There is a mercenary keys here. One, to ban you all from chat, but two,
I love banning.
you have played Votann since their inception?
Yes, since 9th edition.
Since 9th edition.
My main army.
You are an OG Votann player. Is that why
I
you
bought
bald,
the- I bought-
do you think? That
Yes,
makes
I think
sense.
so too. They made me bald.
Nice.
That was
nice.
one of the
stress
reasons
for
to get the
playing
starter
Votann while
box.
it was so shit.
Yeah.
So I think I've got the tier list all set up. I appreciate you were able to see it for just a second, but I will be able to share my screen with you. Would that be more ideal?
Oh, that'd probably be a little bit easier if I could see what we're doing at the same time.
Let me do this.
Look at this future.
I'll
future.
share my entire screen, so if I pull anything else up, you can see it.
Oh yeah,
so
I can see them.
There you
Excellent.
go. So I think I've got everything on there already. I just need to arrange the tiers to make them proper. But I don't think I'm missing any units. I know you probably only just looking, but can you see any units?
There should be 21 because a few of them have doubles. Like the Steeljacks have 2 data sheets.
16, 17, 18. I've got 18, so I'm missing 3. So I'm missing a Steeljack.
You're missing a Steeljack. What else
Yeah.
are you missing?
What
Figure it out.
else? What else? What else?
Pioneers. You're missing the. Oh, you're missing. I think you're missing Jaegers.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, you're missing Jaegers, and you are missing.
There's a corporate worker chill ran down my spine when he asked for a fun fact. Tell us 3 interesting facts. 2 truths and a lie about yourself.
The truth and lying about myself.
That was a
Okay,
joke, but if you think you're thinking about it, so.
Think about it.
The Steeljack, we got a shooting version and a combat version, right?
Yeah, there's a shooting version, a combat version.
Okay, let's get a guy with the.
What are you
first, though.
missing? What are you missing? You're missing one more, because with the Jaegers you'd have 20.
The new robot character.
Oh yeah, the meme.
Mimir. Thank you.
Meme. Welcome.
Thank you.
Memes man.
I think that's everybody then. Let me just turn this off. So.
Lies in the fact. My Votann are orange.
Okay.
I'm a mod in Hellstorm Discord, and I have a massive penis. There you go.
Oh shit.
That's it.
Oh shit. He's flexing. I thought you were Votann with red.
No, now you need to find out. Come down to the event and you can see which one's true.
That's true. That's true. So I think that's everybody. The Steeljack combat one
think
is the
so.
one with the big fist. Do you think that's clear enough?
Or the swords. So it's either or. But they
Well,
both
this
count
one
as
has
it.
a sword.
This
It's got
one's
a
fine.
pistol.
There's a gun one and there's a sword one. That's fine. We'll make it work.
Do I just put another picture on? Let me do it. Let me do it. The gun one.
They're very different. They do very different things.
The gun one.
Now I was actually looking on YouTube. This is the first new Votann tier list. So
Hell yeah, dude. That's because I'm super professional.
yeah, can't wait for everyone to just end up on Reddit later how wrong it is. So it's gonna be good.
Well, they've been doing that all day yesterday, so why not today as well?
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be interesting.
Okay, I just need to quickly sort the tiers as well. We have the standard S. Nerf me.
Nerf me. Nerf me, please. Nerf me, daddy.
Nerf me. Oh god, the formatting's gone crazy. S. Oh my god, what is happening? Snurf me. There we go.
Nerf me.
A, strong.
Yep.
B, mid. Decent. God damn. C, situational. Which never fits. And then F.
Situational.
Crash. Trash.
You can just call that one Hearthguard tier.
Hearthguard tier. Oh, really? Spoilers! Spoilers! Okay.
You can just call that one Hearthguard tier.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so chat, I have access to all of the rules as well as the points. Thank you to Games Workshop for sending me the PDF, including the points value of all of the units. They also sent me access to Vulcan and Forge Fathers, yet I still can't access it because they didn't give me a password.
One day
I will get that password, probably after Games Workshop launch all the rules. Put the Helldrake on S tier already. Shall I put the Helldrake on S tier?
Just slap it in there. We have a special one.
Yeah, exactly. So, today we're going to go through each and every unit in the Leagues of Votann Codex, and using my astute knowledge of Votann and Mercenary Q's big, bold brain of Leagues of Votann. You made it a fact of yourself now. I'm sorry to mention it again.
I'm just a meme. That's why I like them. We can relate. No
nice.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. So using Mercenary Q's wonderful knowledge of Leagues of Votann, we're going to go through each and every unit and tell you if they're good or bad. That's the plan. You ready to start, bud?
Exciting. I'm ready to start. Where do you want to start?
We'll start with the Codex order. Let's start with the special characters.
Okay.
We have Uthar the Destined. There he is. Uthar. You're going to correct me on
Uthar.
Are you going to correct me on every
It's called
pronunciation?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
It's your Sheffieldness has come back to bite you today.
Yeah. So Uthar the Destined, the old special character before the new book. He has once per turn you can spend a yield point to change a hit, wound, or saving throw to a 6. And then once a battle round, you can use a strat for free within 12, or make it reduce the cost by 1. And he gives the unit a 5+ invuln.
Not so important.
It's the 5+ invuln's fine, but I know for a fact that the Votann strats are like really crucial, and some of them kind of expensive. Would you say?
Yeah. Even with all the new detachments, like all the strats are nutty, and then the best ones, you're gonna be spamming certain strats like repeatedly. So I really think Uthar is like A. I don't think he's S because he's literally just there for his -1. The rest of him is like fine. It's okay.
Yeah. He's like a decent combat attack, which is like 2 damage. He's got a decent gun, but it's just 1 damage. It can go to Hearthguard or Hearthkin. I think.
Yeah.
Like a spoiler.
I'd run him
solo.
Hearthguard
aren't that exciting anymore.
No. For me, he's really like a solo character, and you just push him up the middle, and then he just kind of hides behind a ruin all game, and then you just abuse his -1 CP aura the entire game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's as from what I understand, that's the only instance I can see him being used is like his once per turn spending yield points to change a thing. He's just like, okay, this is what everyone else has, but I have to spend a resource. and no one else
I
does.
mean, it's okay, because, like, I think with most attachments, you want to be in the second part of the yield mechanic, which is -1 to wound,
Yeah.
and +1 to hit if you're an objective. So it's okay. I think A. I think that's where I would put him, to be quite honest with you. Like,
A.
it's really just the -1, because the strats are really good, and you're gonna be using them a lot. So it's 5 free CP if he lives all game, right?
Sure. Okay.
Exactly.
I like that. Is there any detachments you think he stands out in? That one that's like.
I think you
really
would take
fits?
him in almost all of them, realistically. Again, it's just the strats are so strong, I think, across the whole book, that
Sure.
you'd realistically take him in almost all of them. Maybe not the Berserk one, because he doesn't do that much there. But
Yeah. I should
other
say
than that, I
he
think
is
he's good.
95 points. That's what I did forget.
Yeah,
to
he's cheap
mention.
enough. You know what I mean? It's like
Cheap,
not
but
crazy
not
expensive.
cheap to like do his thing, but not like, oh my god, he's so good and he's really cheap. You know what I mean?
Plus,
But
he's
also
like
not
he's got
expensive
a
just to drop in.
40 mil base, so if you just pop him
Yeah.
somewhere, it's like deep strike denial, and he can be an action monkey, so it's fine.
And it's pretty tough, really. T5, 3 up, 4 up, 5 wounds.
He's fine.
So he's fine.
True.
I don't think he needs a nerf, but he's not doing much.
No, he's not.
But
not
the thing he is
such-
doing is great.
Yes, exactly. You take him literally for that reason, in my opinion.
Okay, that is Utar. Now we've got Buri Agnersen. Buri Agnersen. Agnersen. The Tyranid guy. So, for everyone at home who doesn't know what he does, because he's brand new, it's 110 points for a lone operative stealth character that can't attach to any units. He's a boy. Lone ranger. You know what I mean? He's like been out in the woods hunting Tyranids.
He's been too many times to know he smells. Nobody wants to hang out with him.
Yeah. Fairly standard Votann character profile. T6, 5 wounds, 3 up, 4 up, moves 5. He's got a bolt pistol. He's also got the Bane, which is his big blade. Big blade. He's got a sweep attack, 10 attack, strength 6, -2, 1 damage, or 5 attacks with precision, strength 12, -3, 3 damage, which is obviously great. Yeah, he's the guy who plays Monster Hunter. You know what I mean?
Yes, he likes to wear the trophies.
Yeah. He's got 2 abilities. Again, coming in at 110 points. The first time his model is destroyed at the end of the phase, roll d6, set him back up at a 2+ with all of his wounds, which is obviously great. Really good for a little combat character to get back up again, because obviously being in combat is the scariest bit. And then in your opponent's shooting phase, each time an enemy unit has shot, if this model lost a wound, this model can make a vengeance move. Roll a d6 and move 2, move up to a number of inches. It's a surge move. Yada, yada,
It's a blood surge, yeah.
It's a blood surge with +2.
Yeah.
He seems really
That's
good.
what they are nowadays, man.
Yeah.
See, I have a problem with him.
Oh?
I think he's B. I think he's B.
B.
In my opinion. And I'm happy to, like, debate it. But the reason why I think he's B is because his job is to stand on circles. He's like that Rick and Morty memes, like, what is my purpose? To stand on circles. Oh my god. Right?
Yeah.
And for 110 points to stand on circles, it's quite a lot, in my opinion. He does get up on a 2-up, which is great.
Which is
right?
good. People take that custodian relic to get back up on a 2-up.
Exactly. But, you know, it just feels kind of expensive when you could have something else to stand on a circle for cheaper. With more OC. He only is OC1 as well. So as soon as you touch anything on the board, he like loses that.
But he does kind of kill a lot of stuff that touches the objective. He's pretty good. He's pretty killy.
Okay.
He's pretty killy.
I don't know. I don't love him. I think he just feels a bit spenny. If he was like 100, then yeah, for sure he'd be A. Yeah. But I think at 110, he's just like, he just cusps over into too expensive for me personally.
Sure. So my thoughts is that you have Uthar already, who is an 100-point character, not doing a lot, standing on a circle, giving that CP minus, you know what I mean? Giving you that free strat here and there. Whereas Buri kind of, actually, what we call him, Buri or Buri?
Whatever you want, mate. The comedy's there. It writes itself.
Berry, okay. Big
Berry.
Berry. He kind of fills a similar role. Obviously, he doesn't have the CP strat, but he could be a bit more aggressive with standing on circles, doing not a lot. But it does feel like you're spending then 200 points in, let's say, our list. You're spending over 200 points for 2 characters. One of them to give you 3 command points, which is good, and then one of them just to stand on the circle. So
yeah, I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I can kind of understand. The thing is with it, I think his profile's great. I think his ability.
Yeah, he is. He's great, but I think he's already competing with Uther, like you said. Like, I would rather have personally the -1 CP than the lone op, because you'll find a lot of stuff is pretty cheap in the Votann Codex. So you're not running out of guys to stand on things essentially.
Yeah.
And you want to really be spamming a lot of strats, in my opinion.
But do you think Votann can afford both in most lists?
Depends what you want to go with, I think. It's cheap enough you can try and squeeze him in, right? Again, personally, I'm gonna try him. I mean, I got him. I'm gonna try him out a couple times, but we'll see. I was speaking to a couple of Votann players I know, and no one seems to be taking him. I know Puddle's saying the opposite, but it seems to be people are more Uther territory. But again, I think it can be a personal choice as well. They can both do work.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's leave him at B. If B gets full, maybe moving up to maybe like low A.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he's like mandatory, but I personally think that profile looks very, very good for 110 points. You know,
I'm happy to move him to A. We can move him down later.
Joe says, I think his job is to sit behind a wall near objectives as a heroic intervener, jumping onto units, threatening your objective holders. That's the thing, is like, he's very good at clearing stuff that just goes and holds an objective because of the...
Yeah, but then you have the melee jacks that are cheaper and do the same thing slightly better. Well, in my opinion.
You've spoken to 2 of the Votann players, isn't that all of them? Yeah, I'm talking to the council. The council.
There's dozens of us.
Yeah.
Dozens.
So I'll leave him in B. He's pretty good. B's not bad. A's like basically every list, and S is like none. This is ridiculous, you know.
Exactly.
So he's pretty good. He is pretty good. He might move up. We don't know yet. Next we have Carl. No, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
do.
Carl Jacobs.
Oh, you're missing a Carl? Is that one you're missing?
No, Carl's here. I've got Carl. There he is.
You got a Carl? Where is he?
Yeah, there in F.
I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Yeah. He's got his power fist.
This ad won't go away, so he's decided to cover up all the pictures.
Carl.
So the Carl hasn't changed too much, from what I can see. He gives the unit lethal hits once per phase. You can use his ability when you destroy a unit, you gain a yield point, which essentially used to be give out a judgment token, right?
You used to, if you see something in the command phase, give out a judgment token, which was tricky because it was the command phase.
Sure.
Yeah.
So overall similar. He's coming in at how many points? Not a lot. 70 points for this guy.
Yeah.
He seems good.
He's trash.
He's trash. He's F tier.
I think he's trash. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, go
Someone's
for
gonna
it.
hate me. I think he's trash because he can lead warriors who already get a bunch of stuff that his 5-up invuln is already handed out. Shooting's okay, so the lethal hits don't matter. Hearthguard aren't great, so him buffing an okay unit is bad. And his ability to gain 1 yield point is literally a detachment rule for like need guard. Every time they kill something, they gain a yield point.
Right, okay. But that could be 2.
So it'll be 2, I suppose. But
That would be 2.
I think he accomplishes very little. I think he's very bad.
Yeah. I think he's alright, again, like alright as a character, but I think the problem is the units he wants to attach to are poopy.
Yes. Or they are good, but you wouldn't want to really shoot with them anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's his problem. I think he just suffers. If he could lead Steeljacks, he would be cool. If he could lead Thunderkin, he would be amazing. But the problem is or even Berserks, he would be really cool, right?
Yeah.
But he just can't. So he's just.
Yeah, the best unit you can
It's not
equip
great.
into is Hearthguard, and Hearthguard aren't great.
Yeah, I don't think Hearthguard are very good personally.
Okay.
That's
So
that.
trash, actual trash, not even situational
That's not
trash
bad.
unit.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Grimnir, the wizard, with
Wizard.
arguably the best base in Warhammer.
Yes, it's
So
very
fun.
cool. The way
Yeah.
he or she flies off on the rocks
Yeah,
is very
sick.
cool.
So Grimnir is coming in at 65 points for unit of 3. So obviously you get the 2 little corves with it. Gives the unit 5 plus feel no pain whilst leading. Hearthkin Warriors exclusively. And then at the start of any phase, you can auto unbattle shock a unit.
Leave them on trash.
Yep. Yep.
Leave them on trash.
What did they do
For
before?
pretty
Did
much
they give
the
like
same
+1
reason.
toughness? Or something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, if they could lead something better, they'd be cracked, but they can't, so they're trash.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. And it's really like, they really went, you know this army that has like 3 options? Let's just make half of them shit.
Yeah, and that's kind of the shame, is I've noticed a lot of the old characters are kind of crap. The new ones are good, the old ones are crap.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just a bit of a retooling. It's kind of the losers of the codex, in my opinion, are old characters in Hearthguard, and everything else kind of has a place.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
no spoilers.
Spoilers.
No spoiling.
Everyone's saying that it's like Hearthkin already have a 6-up feel no pain, and you just give
They
them
do.
5 plus.
They have a built-in 6-up feel no pain.
So if you're going from
So-
no feel no pain to 5-up, that's pretty good. But the difference between 6-up and 5-up is very small.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
anyway, new guy, Mr. Memnir, it's you.
It's me,
Bold
Baldy
Iron
McBalderson.
Yeah. So Memnir strategist coming in at 45
45.
points. That is cheap.
Cheapest chips.
That is very cheap. You get attached to Ironkin Steeljacks and Ironkin Steeljacks. Then you command phase before you determine if this unit has hostile acquisition or fortified takeover. For each objective marker you control that has 1 or more models of ability, you can spend or gain 1 yield point. So giving those manipulation of yield points, you want to be sat around 7, so you can kind of manipulate that into reroll, advance, and charge, or the mantle to wound. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. And then
what then has to do with like the +1 to hit as well. Who has to stand on circles for the +1 to hit as well?
Yeah, sure. And then once we're back around, you can make the unit Overwatch or Heroic Intervention for free. He seems really good.
He is, I think, S. Personally.
S.
Our
first S tier.
I think so. I think he's too cheap. For 2 reasons. One, his yield point ability stacks for every Memnir you have on the table, so you can up to +3, -3. In your
Each
command
objective
phase.
marker you control that has 1 or more of these on. So yeah, that's multiple objectives.
Exactly. So if you're quite aggressive in the beginning, you can spread it out. You can also have a Mimnir by himself. He's only 45 points sitting on your home. That's already +2, right?
That's good.
He takes enhancements really well for Steeljacks. The sustain one for getting out of transports. He's a great one for in need guard. There's one that if you don't spend any yield points, gain a yield point at the end of your turn. So that's another. So he can give you +3. Essentially, right? Just at the start. And then overwatching is what you'll want to be doing with Steeljacks anyway.
Okay.
So to do it for free is really good.
Yeah. It will only be 1 unit. If you've got 3 Memnir strategists, it will only be one unit that can overwatch for free.
That's fine. But even then, the overwatch when we get to the Steeljacks is really strong. So to do it for free is just really good. And then it's really easy to give them an enhancement as well. So I like him a lot for that reason.
Is this the only guy that can attach to Ironkin?
Yes,
and
he's the only one that can attach to them.
So it's just stonks.
He stonks, I think so.
Yeah, Steeljacks stonks basically.
The shooting steel jacks definitely stonks. The melee ones we can debate.
Okay.
um, but the shooting ones are really cracked up. They're one
Yeah.
of the stronger things in the book.
Yeah, sure. Is there any like so there's the enhancements you mentioned, there's like gaining yield points. Is there much that lets you buff the steeljack shooting? Or
Yeah, there's
enhancements?
one, for example, in the transport attachment that makes it sustain 2,
Oh shit, okay,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, there's just a sustain 2 attachment stratagem, but you can have an enhancement so you can spend or save a CP. You can give them +1 to wound if you spend yield points as well on the steel jacks. Probably use that somewhere else. But there's quite a few enhancements you can kind of hand out.
Cool.
There's even a steel jack, detachment, which is okay. But there you can gain a yield point. There give them deep strike, so you can give a Mimir deep strike, and then your steel jacks get deep strike. So there's a couple of ways you can play around with him. And again, because he's so cheap, he's just good in my opinion. IMO.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think SC is fine. So for 45 points as well, like you said, you can just stand at the back, do what those characters you want to do. Just like sometimes hold objectives and stop deep strike, which is cool.
Exactly. I think he's great.
Cool. Okay. So that's Memnian. Next we've got Arcanist Evaluator. And what is he evaluating? The rank he's going to get. I think this guy's pretty good because of the shooting. Oh, there we go. The shooting's pretty good. He gains lone operative if he's within 3 of a unit. But unless that unit already has lone operative, which is kind of cringe. Games Workshop noticed that everyone's running a lone operative character with a new lone operative character. So the Arcanist is coming in at 75 points, which is obviously not the cheapest for a little shooting platform for one guy. He's got no invuln, but his gun's great. He's got rapid fire 1, 12 inches, strength 8 -1 damage, 3 shots. He's got rapid fire 2 gains hazardous, strength 8 -2, 2 damage, or he can overcharge rapid fire 3, 3 shots, strength 8 -3, 3 damage. But if he does overcharge it, he dies on a 3 to a 1 rather than just a 1. Or takes 3 more wounds.
It's so fun. He has 4 wounds, so he can do it twice,
Yeah, he can do it twice.
Yeah. First of all, my favorite fact about this character is for some reason it seems to autocorrect in people's phone from evaluator to ejaculator.
Nice.
So Reddit and Discord is full of Arcanist ejaculators, people asking questions about them, which is very funny. Okay.
Excellent.
But on a serious note, I think he's C simply because he's too expensive.
Yeah, but like the gun's great. Like rapid 6 shots at 12-inch range is really good, but it's 12-inch range.
Yeah, and even when you crank it all the way up, I think it's 18 or 24. I don't remember right now.
There's 24-inch range. Yeah, the transmatter inverter overcharge version.
But he's 75 points
just for one guy,
like
doing a little bit of shooting
for a funny gun. Yeah, if he was 50 points, I think you'd see 3. For sure, on every list. Just a Sagittar with 3 of these guys jumping out and like melting things would be the funniest thing in the universe.
Yeah, just to clarify, the Arcanist ejaculator does love to crank it.
He does. He's cranking it up, baby.
Yeah.
He likes to jerk it out. But I think it's a C just because of his points.
He does have an ability where it says, in your shooting phase, one model with the ability can use it. If you do spend 1 yield point until the end of the phase, ranged weapons have sustained 1. If one or more units were destroyed, you gain 2 yield points. That's a pretty fun ability. But
it's okay, but what you can do is the transport detachment. If you're within 6 inches of a transport, you get sustain 1.
Okay.
So you just have 3 of them in a Sagittar. You hop all 3 of them out within 6. And they all have sustained 1 instead of just one of them. Because I think the way it's written, you can only give one a turn or something.
Yeah, it's one model.
Now they all have sustained 1. So
yeah.
There's ways around it, and it's pretty funny.
So here's a question. Whilst this one was within 3 inches of one or more friendly Votann units, excluding units with lone operative ability, this model has a lone operative ability. What if you put multiple next to each other? Because they don't have lone operative, but then they confer lone operative, so then they don't have lone operative again. But then because they don't have lone operative, then they confer lone operative.
I think the easiest argument would just be like if
Schrodinger's
there's
lead operative.
exactly. They're probably just standing next to the Sagittor, so that can give them lone up, and then the problem
No,
is
it's only infantry. It's only infantry that give it.
infantry.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. I don't know then. Guess
Yeah.
it would just be like a throwaway piece.
Yeah, that's fair. So I think I like him, but like you say, I think 75 points you kind of want multiple, and then it gets expensive. If there's a unit of these, they would be cracked.
Exactly.
If you could take a unit of 5 with fucking rapid fire 3 shots, strength 8 -3 damage, that'd be so good.
Exactly.
I don't even care if I'm
It's
just
just
half a
like
minute when shooting. I'm gonna kill something really badly.
be a cheaper ejaculator, then
Yeah.
that's how it would be. But
Yeah.
it's just too expensive. 50 points, and I'll take 3.
50
guaranteed.
points. 60, I think, is reasonable. 75.
Yeah, but 75 is just too
That's
much.
a bit of a tax, yeah. If you do that, you blue screen the game. Yeah, let's glitch the game out. Do they have lone operative or not? Because they don't have lone operative until they do, and then when they do, they don't.
And they don't. Exactly.
Okay. We've got the Brockia Ironmaster next. The old mechanic.
I think he's S.
You think
he's up
he's
there in S?
He's old though. He's an old character.
Yeah, he's old, but he's the only character who can lead the best unit in the book.
Okay.
So by that merit, he
what
is S.
Hearthkin warriors?
And
So he
Thunderkin
could...
are the
Yeah, he is. Let me tell everyone about him. He's 80 points for
Go for it.
unit of 3. Sorry. He's 75 points for unit of 5. Read the wrong one.
Yep.
He's 75 points for unit of 5, which obviously is him, Ironcog Assistant, and Ecogs. He can attach to Warriors and Thunderkin. Whilst he's within 3 inches of a vehicle or Steeljacks, he gains Lone Operative, which is interesting. He gains that from Steeljacks, but then can't attach to them. Thought that was fun.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's because it's a little weird. Yeah.
When he's attached or just by himself, because it doesn't say whilst leading, you reroll wounds of 1, and then he can heal Votann vehicles, Exoframe, or Steeljacks up to D3 lost wounds, or 3 if you have an Anakin assistant. So
Yeah.
I think overall, really good character on paper, just in general.
Yes.
He's got some decent attacks, he's got some decent shooting. But as you say, spoilers, he can attach to Thunderkin.
And he is what takes Thunderkin, who are like really strong, and just cranks it up to 11. Sustain
he'd
2
be joking.
enhancements,
He'd be joking those.
+1 to wound.
Yeah.
So he really makes them really good, or even better than they already are. So for that reason alone, he's just S.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
believe.
Okay. Well, when we get to Thunderkin, we can readdress them.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I imagine we'll just be putting Thunderkin right next to him.
Don't maybe.
Speaking of Brockia Thunderkin. Here they are.
Thunderkin are S. Slap them an S. Yeah.
You think they should be S? Where are Thunderkin? There they are. Let me tell everyone at home about Thunderkin. 80 points for 3, 160 for 6. T6, 2 wounds. They have 3 weapons. What's the weapon they're going to be taking?
I think it's gonna be the beamer.
The
I'm trying to remember it.
beamer. Yeah, so the conversion beamer is lethal hits now. It's not casino anymore. With
What?
lethal hits.
Well,
Well, it's less. It's not like sustained D3.
no, but
No.
it's lethal hits, critting on 4 still.
Yes.
So you stack that with sustain 2. So
that's not casino.
that's
That's
when
what called consistency.
It's just a casino. That's a rigged casino.
Yes, exactly. So conversion beam being strength 7 -2, 3 damage, which is obviously really good. The graviton blast cannon, strength 5 -2, 3 damage with anti-monster, anti-vehicle, and then bolt cannon sustained 2, strength 6 -1, 2 damage. Bolt cannon arguably the worst one. Blast cannon I can see that like kind of working, but like obviously the conversion beamer just gets a lot of shots. It's very consistent, higher strength.
It does, and it's lethal hits. And it's just so easy to practice sustain 2 off it. I think the grav cannon is all right. I'm personally gonna run 12 Thunderkin. I think is mandatory in the
Yeah.
Votann list.
Wasn't it only
You'll have
anti-vehicle before? Now it's gained anti-monster.
Yes, that's really good because sometimes you'd be into tyranids or into demons, and then they would just sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
And the Thunder Grav Cannon also got its range increased as well
Yeah,
to
it's
24 from 18, right? So you would take 6-man with the beamer, and then 2 3-mans, and then people are arguing between bolt cannons and grav cannons. I would take the grav cannons. The bolt cannons do very little in terms of damage, where the grav cannons are a little more flexible.
Yeah, exactly. I like the grav cannon because of the flat 3 damage.
Flat 3. I think it's more just I think it's more just the vehicle anti-monster.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have.
So,
and the most important thing Thunder can do is strip cover.
They do. In your shooting phase after unit shots that the unit hit by an attack, they don't gain no cover, which is obviously really good.
And that's the most important thing because, spoiler, Votann lost all the ignore cover rules they have.
Oh, really?
And most of our guns are AP1. So...
yeah, that's rough.
You need Thunderkin.
Yeah, definitely. So I've always really liked Thunderkin. I've always liked the lore of Thunderkin, actually.
Me too. They did lose a wound. So they're only 2 wounds now.
They are so small, though, so I understand.
They're so important. You need to have, I think, at least 12.
Yeah. A lot of people say that like bolt cannons are good for long range stripping cover, but aren't Votann like just full of transports?
Yeah, you are. You tend to have at least 1 or 2 land forts, a couple of transports. Thunderkin very often are walk on from the side units anyway, right? So I think they serve a lot of purposes in that kind of regard. But I can see the bolt cannon. I can see the argument.
Yeah.
I don't think it's wrong.
A lot of people are coming in chat and saying that the Berry, old Bez, should be an A.
A. We can debate. Again, I think for me personally, it's just the points that keep him down. You know? If he was cheaper, he would be an A. That's my personal opinion.
110's not a lot though.
Yeah, put him up an A. I'm happy to compromise.
Okay. Hearthkin Warriors.
Speaking of A,
you think they're A? They're A. So Hearthkin Warriors are going to set you back 100 points, 10 points a model.
Yep.
100 points for 10. And then in command phase shooting range of objective marker, it stickies it. And it's the new sticky, I think.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is the new sticky. Phase. Not turn.
Yeah. And then each time you make a range attack, you roll a hit roll of 1. They can have a 5+ invuln. They have a feel no pain. They have a range of weapons. All of them a mixture. Some of them really good. Some of them really just whatever. Magna Rail rifles always make me laugh. Hitting on 5s, but strength 12 -3 D3+3.
It is a funny gun.
Why are they A? Because I think mostly will probably only run a single unit, maybe 2.
So the reason why they're A is because they're 2 OC, 10 for 5 guys. They're 10 OC for 5 guys, right?
Yeah.
Because they're OC2, and then you'll take them usually with a Sagittar, and then you'll have a 50-point unit that's 10 OC. That is sticky.
The Sagittar splits them, right? Because it can only carry half.
Exactly. So it splits them. So now you have a 50-point unit that's 5-up invuln, 6-up feel no pain, with. And again, I tend to be kind of on the other side of things. Is the guns, the shooting of warriors is like meh.
Yeah, they're not really there for that.
They're not really there. If you want to shoot them, you want to take the Hylas cannon and the Hylas auto rifle because it's like 6 shots, -1, strength 6.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like hitting on 5s, hitting on 4s. It's okay. Their job really is just to stand on circles and keep the circles for themselves, and hold your back. Hold your back as well.
Yeah, that's
50 points. If you split them in half, and they're quite tough now.
Yeah.
So
they Utar can attach to them, right?
Yeah,
Uthar,
he can.
Which wouldn't be awful, just to give him some ablative wounds.
It wouldn't be, but then realistically, I'm gonna run maybe 1 squad.
Yeah.
Right? So then I have one squad in a Sagittar, and then one squad sitting at home.
That
So
one squad could be in a Sagittarius, could be with Utar, right? Or is it, can it only
could
go
be, but then he's
far?
not on the board, and he's not doing the -1 aura.
Yeah, but
Oh.
turn 1, he pops out in a decent place, like the middle.
Yeah.
It's just saying it's options.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not like he can
It's
sit in the
there.
back of the board, but if he's going to run to the middle, you could put him with a unit of 5 that are going to go to the middle anyway and trying to be like a screen or whatever.
Exactly.
And then he's
They
like,
did gain like knives as well. But they're only strength 4 -2 1 damage, 2 attacks each.
that's pretty
So
good.
it's
How many
okay.
can take that?
2. So
That's decent.
only 2 of them. It's okay.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
That's true. I mean, I can't argue with that. It's like all right at the best.
Better than
But yeah, I think
literally
they're
nothing.
objective play, fantastic, standing on circles.
Yeah, sure.
My
Okay.
opinion.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I think they're good. I think you'll definitely see the thing is with some armies they just don't run battle line at all, whereas Votann will at least run a single unit.
At least one. Guaranteed.
Okay, Iron King Steeljacks with heavy Volkite disintegrators.
Okay. S. I think it's the final S tier, and I know it might be a bit interesting putting him in S. I know some people say A or B, but personally I think they're one of the stronger data sheets in the book. Simply because they get 36 shots, 6 -1 1 dev. So you're just spamming lots of dev wounds.
Yeah.
And the other cool thing about them is that they overwatch on a 4 up or a 5 up, depending where you are with your yield points. Right?
Decent.
So now you get 36 shots on your turn, and you
Yeah.
get 36 shots when you overwatch, hitting on 4s.
That's just
and
2
you get
shoot
dev
attacks.
wounds.
As you've
Exactly.
mentioned, the Iron King, their Memnir strategies can attach to Steeljacks and give them sustained.
Yep, give them sustain 2, or he can even the free Overwatch is already good enough, you know?
And
In
free
my opinion.
Overwatch, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right. Even the free Overwatch is already cracked on them. And then before you know it, you're hitting loads. So
Yeah.
And the funny part is they have a war gear that gives them precision on dev wounds if someone is standing on an objective.
Yeah, they do. Prey mark crest. Each inspiring unit makes an
So-
attack that targets a unit within range of an objective marker on a crit wound. It has precision. So you just go, can you see all these devastating wounds? Yeah, they're on your character.
Exactly. So you just literally hand out the number of dev wounds, right? You need to kill a character as long as they don't have anything else, like a feel no pain, and then it gets pretty funny from there.
Yeah, that's fair. So Iron King Steeljack's very not at home that doesn't quite know. 3 models is 90 points, 6 is 180, which I think is quite cheap. That's very reasonable for a move 5 T6 3 wound unit. It doesn't have an invuln, but it does have a 2-up armor save, which is also very good.
It does.
They have the Vulcanite Disintegrator, which is 6 shots, hitting on 4, strength 6 -1 1 damage with devastating wounds. They have some plasma knives. And then, yeah, as you mentioned, Overwatch on a 5, if not a 4, depending which yield thing you're in. Yield thingy. And then
And I think
precision as well and crit wounds.
I think the yield's going to be really interesting because it really does affect a lot how you're going to play the game. So if you are on 7 yield points, and just to go with Angron, why it's important to get lots of yield points early, because once you get to 7, everything that isn't a vehicle is -1 to wound, right?
Yeah.
So now you have the Steeljacks who are toughness 6, -1 to wound, 2-up armor save if you're in cover. And then you also, if you're a need guard, which is kind of the default attachment, you can get armor of a contempt. So now you're at,
effectively
AP -2
0
gone.
save, yeah.
Exactly. So there's a lot you can stack on them, and they go into land forts, and then they can jump out of land forts, and then again in the detachment where you're in transport, that just gives them sustained 1 just for being within 6. Or they're fantastic for, again, the transport detachment, where the strat where people can just get out whenever they want.
Yeah.
Right? So you have your land fort with steel jacks. You wait till the end of your opponent's shooting turn, then you spend the CP and they get out. And now in your opponent's charge turn, if they declare a charge, the steel jacks are just there, and they can just overwatch, hitting on 4s or 5s.
Sure. They are.
There's just so much.
Really, really good.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's one of the.
good.
Yeah, there's just so much you can do with them. And again, 6-1/1 doesn't seem like a lot, but again, with 6 of them, that's 36 shots, and you get to shoot 36 more times, hitting on 4s. So
yeah, they're like what Secretary robots want to be.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, now they don't have any combat threat with that, so like if they do get tagged, they are a bit annoyed, but they're fine.
Yeah, but
you can take one with a Pazza sword, but you lose the Volkite, right?
You wouldn't. And the other cool thing is there's a few strats for fallback and shoot. So you can do that as well. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Would you say they're the best unit? S tier, top of their S tier?
It's between them and Thunderkin. It's too hard to choose.
Yeah.
I would probably say Thunderkin personally, and then Steeljacks, just because Steeljacks are really reliant on you rolling good wound rolls to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Because it is just 6-1/1. So the better your roll is, the funnier the outcome, right?
Sure.
Which is why I said the casino's not quite gone.
Okay, so say Thunderkin, then Steeljacks, then the Iron Master, then the Strategist. Because the Strategist probably is good. Not
he's just there to make
needed,
Steeljacks better.
But yeah, he's definitely, you're going to take a couple. Yeah. I don't think Steeljacks need them all the time. But they're definitely worth taking.
For sure.
So, okay, Steeljacks with fists.
So melee Steeljacks.
Yeah.
Might as well not have a data sheet rule.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at them. So Anakin Steeljacks with melee weapons are 90 points to 180, so same amount of points. They have a concussion gauntlet, 3 attacks, 7/10 -2/2 damage, or a plasma sword. Each time enemy unit, excluding monsters or vehicles, it's within engagement range of this unit falls back. When doing so, if they have to take a desperate escape test, and when they take a desperate escape test, they are -1 if they are already battle shocked. So, poo.
I think what saves them is the swords. Like the fists are okay. Swords are 6 attacks, hitting on 3s or 2s.
Hitting on 3s.
Sustain.
Yeah.
Sustain 1, -2, 1 damage.
Yeah.
And you can crank that up to -4 in one stratagem.
Which one's that one?
You can chonk. What holds them back is the fact that it's 1 damage in melee.
Yeah. It's a bunch of attacks, though. You know, it's like 36 attacks with the full unit.
I think it's a B. In my opinion, their job is to be what people say Buri should be, which is to be like a counter push piece. I would rather have the Steeljacks do that because they're cheaper.
Yeah, for 3 of them, for 1 Buri and 20 points cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And Buri can go do something else.
Sure. But you're not taking him. You're taking these 3. You hate Buri.
I mean, they're really cheap. I mean, I don't hate Buri. Oh my god.
You said it online. I was there. Chat, tell him he hates him. Hates trophy hunt. Hates monster hunter players.
No. But I think the melee ones are B. I think they're okay. It depends on the context. It depends on your list. I don't think people will ever start with 6 of them.
No, okay. They're a little choice piece, you know, a little bit of tech.
I think so. A little bit of flex.
They're not like, you're not building your army around them. So,
exactly.
Ironkin are 180, not 190. 90 and 180. 3 and 6 for both units.
Excellent. There you go.
Okie doke. Any champion. The old beat stick. The old Buri.
F.
Arguably.
F. Yeah. Just an F, I'm afraid.
F.
Again, he can only lead Hearthguard. gives him +1 to advance and charge.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of it.
Yeah,
Got a little more AP.
He's coming in at 70 points, so not the most expensive character out there.
No,
He's got the axe, or he's got the mass hammer, which is only 3 attacks, but it is strength 12 minus 3, d6 +1. Whilst he's leading, he gets +1 to advance and charge rolls, which is okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then each time his model enters charge move, he does some more wounds. It's fine.
It's okay.
Again,
Yeah, I think he's
suffering for the Hearthguard sins, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think again, it's just Hearthguard bad, Hearthguard champion bad.
Yeah. Boy, Votann new range show was monkey paw. All your HQs are now bad. Yeah, literally. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I think he's better than the Carl and the Psyker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
definitely. He's like top of F.
Yeah, top of F. Maybe situational at a push, but like you would take Bury over him to do.
Yes, for sure. Maybe if you need like a guy to stand around, but that's kind of it.
Yeah. They're the same. Yeah, Ironkin, Steeljax are the same points for both types. 90 or 180 for 3 or 6.
Yes, I think so. From what I understand, that's the way it works.
That is correct because I have it open.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm not just making notes up on my head. I have it open. Don't worry.
We're not just pull them out of our heads. Yeah, exactly.
We're pulling it out of my ass. Anyway.
Part of the cards.
Hearthguard of the cards, more like, because it's time for Hearthguard. Oh dear, the biggest fall off in history. We want to take 13.
It is.
No, I want to take none.
I want to take 0. They're just too expensive. Well, first of all, is it 150 for 5? Is that?
It's 135 for 5 or 270 for 10.
That's just so much.
Yeah, that is Space Marine Terminate territory for a unit that doesn't have an invuln. Does have a 2-palm save, but no invuln. But you know what else has a 2-up save? Ironkin.
Attacks.
It's toughness 5. No, it's toughness 6. Ironkin.
They lost the toughness.
Yeah.
They used to be toughness 6, and now they're down to 5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Each time only makes a range attack that targets a close will target the reroll a hit roll of 1, which is fine. It's pretty good. The shooting is
it's actually
decent.
The Christmas Grotmas detachment. That's the rule they got, which makes them useless in their own detachment.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe if we see an update to that, which is likely probably next week, if that detachment gives them reroll hit rolls of 1, then it'll probably get changed to something else.
I mean, you still have to fix the Space Wolves one that has no Terminator characters to lead their Terminator detachment.
Of course. They got Volkite, similar to the Steeljax, 3 shots, strength 5, devastating wounds. Doesn't have any of the fun shooty buffs that the Steeljax can get. No good Overwatch.
Exactly.
They can have a 5+ invuln, but they're just so expensive.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much. It does too little. It can deep strike, sure, but it's only toughness 5, which is like not that much in Votann. Like warriors are toughness 5.
Yeah.
Right? So no, sorry.
Are we saying F? Yeah. Better than the Carl?
F, bottom of F.
Bottom of F.
Bottom of F.
All
bottom
the way
of
down
F.
there.
Yes.
Okay.
All the way down.
Okay.
I don't know who...
Chat, don't forget to let Mercenary Q that he did it. Remind him that he said it.
I did it. That site, Reddit. Yeah, I picked F, bottom of F. Please reach out to me at Hellstorm Mikey on Discord. I have a picture of Mikey's face. If you need to complain.
That's your profile. We've got the other chunky boys, the old chunky boys. We've got Chthonian Berserks now.
Okay, they're funny.
Uh-huh.
They're funny. I'll let you read the thing first, and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
They're
100 points
funny.
for 5 or 200 points for 10, which is cheap.
Yeah.
They obviously don't have a very good save because they have a 5+ armor save, and that's it. They do have a Feeling of Pain of 4+. Each time a model in this unit is destroyed, if that unit model has not fought, roll a d6, add in 1 if you have the 45 takeover. So 4+ naturally, all 3+. It can fight on death. Really good. A 4+ or a 3+ fight and death is great. Now, it also has, in your shooting phase, after this unit is shot, select one of your unit, hit by one or more of the attacks, maybe the mole grenade launcher. To start your next shooting phase, that unit cannot be targeted with the fire overwatch stratagem. That's also really good.
Useless because it's in the shooting phase, so people will just overwatch you in the movement phase.
No, until the start of your next shooting phase.
Yeah, but then I would have to move somewhere so I can shoot them. I could get overwatched in the movement phase.
Yeah, but it stops them overwatching next turn.
I guess so.
It's fine. It's okay.
It's fine.
What's them all grenade launcher?
So,
18 inches. It's indirect as well, so you don't need to see them to stop something overwatching.
yeah.
That's really good. You can sit
Zerks
behind a
are
wall, charge something, but then shoot another unit that now can't overwatch next turn. Like another unit of Steeljacks, for example.
True. It's the weirdest unit, and Berserks is like the one unit I can't really decide how I feel on, because they received a lot of buffs, right? +1 movement, +1 toughness, 1-up armor save better, 4-up feel no pain instead of a 5-up feel no pain.
Yeah, they feel
They can fight on death
great.
4 or 3-up.
Yeah.
But they are down from 2 wounds to 1 wound.
Oh, very good point. Yeah, they will die.
They will die.
They won't die to
And
Overwatch, but they will die.
No. And the other thing is, interestingly, their weapons got changed a lot as well. Because before their axis had like a sweep or a strike, now it's just flat 3. And the hammers were strength 9, but now are strength 5, but with anti-monster vehicle 3-up, which is arguably better. Because before, you were hitting things with strength 9 with +1 to wound, so you're wounding it on 4, but now you're wounding it on 3, so that's better.
It's only wears into like tough infantry.
Exactly. So it makes them. I think you kind of have to decide what you tech into, wise with your berserks. And obviously, there's also the berserk detachment, which is very funny because it gives them battle line and deep strike, right? So here you have like your hammer army naked man running at you. You have an enhancement that lets them just be rezzed. Like if a character can see, you can spend yield points, and for every 2 you bring back 1 model.
Ooh, nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can just res 5 or 6 quite easily.
Sure.
There's an enhancement to bring them down a turn earlier, so you can rapid ingress turn 1. You know? And then obviously the stratagems are crazy in that detachment. It's like 2 yield points to add 2 to your movement and advance and charge, right? Yeah. So now you're moving 8
and re-rolling
inches.
Advance and charges if you're in the right.
Re-rolling advance and charges. There's one that lets you re-roll wound rolls if you spend yield points. Okay. There is pile in 6. There's go back into reserves. There's -1 to wound. It's like crazy, you know. It's really fun. But you need 50 berserks to make it work, right?
Yeah. I don't think they're that expensive though. For 100 points for
100. It's okay. They're quite squishy. I think there would be.
Yeah, I think into like 1 damage they've become a little insane. But like in 2 damage, if they are likely just to go straight to feel no pain, and then it's like they probably just die. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Whereas 2 damage, they survive a third of the time with the 5/5 up feel no pain. No.
4 feel no pain.
No, obviously before they were 2 wounds with 5 up feel no pain.
Right? Oh yeah, because you had 2 wounds. Yeah.
So against 2 damage, they'd survive a third of the time, and now against 2 damage, they would only survive maybe half the time if you're lucky. No, worse.
They're kind of funny.
I'm trying to do the math.
I'm very torn on them.
The 1 wound is the kicker. It's a great unit. The 1 wound is a kicker. So
It really is.
I think they're better than
But
the
yeah.
combat steeljacks, personally.
I think so too.
So like B?
I think it would be top of B. Top of B, I'm
Yeah.
happy with, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're really good. You've just got to really choose what they go into. Whereas before you could kind of throw them into anything. You just go, I've got no pain, I'll be fine. I've got 2 wounds, there's a bunch of them. But now it's like if you go into the wrong unit, to be fair, the thing is with it's just shooting. You just got to control what can shoot them, and if you can turn off Overwatch as well.
Yes.
I think that's cool.
I mean, the neat thing is, like, if they survive, they get to go again. If they're out there and something has to come out to shoot them, then you get to shoot back. Like,
and
they're a great trading piece.
The subterranean explosive, the turn off Overwatch, is not limited per unit. So if you have 3 units, you can stop Overwatch on 3 units. Okay, it says after this unit is shot, select one enemy unit hit by one of those attacks. It doesn't say anything about 1 unit with this rule can use it.
No.
So that is turning three blocks of Overwatch off for 300 points and having a horrible combat unit be able to charge freely. Unless it's a vehicle or monster, which is kind of annoying because they have anti-vehicle, anti-monster.
Yeah. But I think they have their place. I think
they're really good, yeah. I don't think you're taking like 3 stacked units unless you're in that 1 detachment.
No.
But I would definitely have like these in my list every time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That was the hard one. I'm glad we solved. That's easy.
I think, yeah, like a little survivable side grade, but overall really good. The fight on death 3 up is just fucking awful. Almost like
fights first, you know?
Almost, yeah.
Bordering on fight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that sort of territory for free. So.
Plus, don't forget advance and charge rerolls built into the army. So now you're just flying around having a good time.
Yeah, they become with the +1 to move as well. It's exceptionally fast. The 24-inch threat range with rerolls.
Anyway, very cool. I like them.
Anyway, speaking of berserks, you love berserks. Let's talk about the mole launcher, the Chthonian Earthshaker.
F tier.
F tier. Okay, so the Chthonian
the new bottom of F
is the new artillery piece. So it's setting you back 110 points. For 2?
Oh, so much. So crazy.
Wait, that comes with 2, not just a single one. That's pretty good.
It comes with 2.
55 points each.
Does come with 2,
yeah. They have bolt pistols. They have a breacher ordnance, which is D6 +1, BS 5, but it is blast, heavy, and indirect. Strength 10 -1, 2 damage. Or the tremor shells, indirect, blast, heavy, D6 +4, 36-inch range, strength 6 -1, 1 damage. And then it basically chooses which one it's going to have. In your shooting phase after the unit shot, select your unit hit by one or more of those attacks with tremor shells. It takes a battle shock at -1. Cool.
I feel like that needs something else. Like
it should be like battle shock at -1 and becomes -1 to hit. Maybe.
Yeah. It needs an and.
Yeah. But that is for every unit that you have. And then the Geomantic Hunters, which is up to twice per battle in your shooting phase. When this unit selects to shoot, it can use its ability. If it does until the end of phase, each time one of the unit makes an attack with its breacher ordnance, lots of words to say, one unit, up to 2 units. Wait. Up to twice per battle, this unit can reroll wounds. That's what basically all that paragraph says.
Yep.
The
problem is the range.
I mean, 24 on the breacher ordnance is a little rough.
And then they're going to be hitting on 5s, 4s if you're lucky. And then it's only
chances are you're not moving this guy, right? Your deployment, then you're just not moving it.
Exactly, and then it's AP -1, but if you're indirect, they get cover, so it's 0.
Yeah, but it's 2 of them. So again, if you think about them, it's 55 points per model. They're like very similar to like old mortar teams.
Yeah, I would only take them in the persecution prospect detachment.
Why's that?
Where it's like the Hearthkin one. If you shoot someone once with all your shots, they become afflicted or something. And if you shoot them again with all your shots from another unit, then they're -2 to move, advance, and charge.
Okay, that's not too
That
bad.
it's fine for that, but I would never take it in like an actual list. To be honest with you.
Hmm. Yeah, they're just a bit like, yeah, the 24 inch range on the arguably better weapon, because the tremor shells is
Yeah.
fine, but the breach ordnance is
Yeah.
better. The -1 is always going to be a pain, but it is indirect, so most people are going to get a normal armor save against it. There's not much you can do about that.
Exactly.
You could hit them with Thunderkin and then finish them off with the breach ordnance, giving no cover.
If they're close enough.
Well, also very true. Yeah, I think the range is the problem, right?
It is. It genuinely is. And like the whole idea is the gun shoots underground, so it should really have ignore cover.
But it's bringing cover with it. The mud.
I guess so. I don't know.
Would
Put
you
it in
say
F.
you
Back
think
into
F?
F.
Not situational.
Bottom. No, bottom of F.
Bottom
I would never
of
take
F.
it.
You would never take it. Games Workshop crying. They're like,
Hot one, just to look at.
Please take my new unit, please.
At least it looks cool, exactly.
I think the ordnance is probably the best looking ordnance model they've made in a while.
Yeah, but it's rubbish. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hashtag sorry.
Hashtag not sorry. Hanking Neagers, infiltrators, little infiltrator boys.
Yeah.
So Harkin are 90 points for 10.
Yep.
They have infiltrate. They have a reactive move.
They do.
They stand on circles.
They do. A tier.
A tier. Okay.
I think you would never take. I don't think there exists a single Votann list I've ever seen without Jaegers.
Yeah, that's fair. They filled such a good role for their kill, because obviously like a kill unit, right? As soon as they came out, it was just like, yeah, everybody's having these now.
Exactly. They are a kill team. And the fact they can infiltrate, that's all they need to do. You can infiltrate into the midboard, and because there's 10 of them, or 5, soon we'll talk about, you can make them like a little bow tie, so you can take up almost all of No Man's Land really easily.
Yeah.
10 of them. Yeah, then you usually give them the knives, and then you just charge whatever you want turn 1.
Yeah, a bit annoying.
With Jaegers, I would always take the knives with Jaegers, because there's 2 attacks, strength 4, -2, 1.
Yeah.
Where the shotguns are like 5, 0, 1.
Yeah, the strength 5's good, but it's the lack of AP.
Yeah, and the knives, you're probably going to tie... every game I played, my Jaegers always end up in combat, so you want the knives.
Yeah, it's just kind of the same. The unit of 10 is crucial, because it's kind of the same with orc commandos, whereas like a unit of scouts or space marine equivalent is always nice, but you only are able to cover like 1/4 of the board with your unit. Whereas you've got a unit of 10, you can really stretch out and kind of force their forward deployers just in like odd positions or no position, rather than kind of choosing one and then letting them have the other.
Or if you play into like melee pressure, they often have scouts, and then you just put like a nice 9-inch line away from it, and then they can't scout out.
Yeah.
That buys your whole turn. Yeah. And if they die, it doesn't matter, because they're only 90 points.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 90 points is really good. So yeah, I've put them in A, just below Hearthkin Warriors.
I think so. We can rearrange at the end, I think, to see what we like.
Yeah, double check. All right, the Pioneers, the old bikes.
I think we continue on the A train.
Okay.
If you've ever watched The Boys. I think A as well. Because they have like multiple purposes. Their shooting is still really, really good. It's like if you have a 6-man, it's 18 shots, strength 7, -1, 2 damage. And then you can put sustain 2 on that.
With a rotary cannon.
Have a good day.
Strength 6.
What?
The rotary cannon?
Oh, the strength
6, yeah.
No, it's not the rotary cannon. It's the Mater auto.
Magna coil auto cannon?
That's the one, the Magna coil.
Oh, my apologies, yeah.
Yeah.
Strength 7, -1, 2 damage.
And then you have 2 of the rotary cannons on the top, and then, it gets quite a lot. So they have 2 purposes. Either you take them in 3s for skirmishing, or for their ability, which I like personally, where at the end of your opponent's turn, if you're within 9 of the board edge, they just leave.
Yeah,
right?
they go to strat reserve and come back on.
They go into strat reserve, and then you can drop them in later, or you can run a 6-man. Now, the
And they've
6-man,
got
in my
all that
opinion,
game.
is less viable simply because they don't ignore cover anymore, which is what stops them from being S for me as well.
Ah, shit, yeah, that's true. You're kind of relying on a
Because
Thunderkin to tap 4 different units and go, right, okay, that one has ignore
yeah,
cover
exactly.
now.
Because the -1 becomes 0 in cover.
Yeah, the lack of
So,
AP is a bitch.
yeah.
And it's
And
happening with a lot of units we're talking about. It's like, they're good, but... And
Yeah.
every time it's like, they're AP1.
Exactly.
So,
And it's why you need the Thunderkin.
yeah.
They're so important. You need to
for
strip that
sure.
cover from things that need to die.
Yeah.
But again, the 6-man bike squad is still super killy. It's just the AP -1 messes them up.
Yeah, sure. They're coming at 80 points or 160 for 6. So I think they're
they're
most
quite cheap as well.
except for removing the cover, they're mostly the same.
Yeah, and so instead of removing cover, they get reroll hit wounds of 1.
Which is good.
Which is good. And more importantly, they ignore all to hit modifiers, which is also good.
Yeah, it's good. And they scout 9 still. So they're really good alpha.
And they still scout 9, which is good. Because the Sagittars, spoilers, lost scout. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, important to help you maintain board presence. Board presence, very important.
Yeah, they're good. They're
Less than
still
told.
3 wounds at T6 as well, which is, I think they're just like a really solid profile. But like you say.
And don't forget, they get -1 to wound as well, because they're not a vehicle.
Oh shit, true. Yeah, they are just mounted. And they can throw grenades, which isn't often common for a bike.
Exactly. So they can throw grenades as well. So
yeah,
they're quite nutty. I think they're A. Again, it's just that lack of cover.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Just that lack of cover.
yeah, I think that's just a problem overall. Like you said, lack of AP is a problem.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And the bikes
Yeah,
return.
what
Did
about
the
me?
bikes used to be 6 inches to return to strat reserve rather than 9?
6 inches. Now it's 9.
Yeah. That's
No,
good.
but before it's a bit different because before it was you had to be within 6, right? Now you have to be wholly within 9.
Ah, okay. A shadow nerf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So before you would have just one little toe, and then you could go back, but now you have to be fully within 9.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So that's okay. It's not the
It's
end of
good.
the world.
It's still good, but it's just a bit more awkward.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Right.
Now get spicy. Get into the spicy
Capri
part.
Sun Defender, the gun one.
Capri Sun Defender.
I think I've got the same one twice. The gun one is the one with the gun.
No.
On it. There we go.
Yeah, we'll
The
make
one
it
with
work.
the gun on it. So the Capri Sun
They're
Defender,
quite cheap.
the Capricus Defender. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but everyone
70
calls them
points.
Capri Sun. So
70 points or 140. So they basically, this new model is one of two. It's a shooty platform or a transport. This one is the shooty version. So it's moves 12, toughness 7, 4 up save, tough wound 7, and OC 2. It has scout 9. God damn, it's the new Sagittar.
it's the new Sagittar. Yeah.
Yeah, it has an ability where if after it's shot, it can move up to D6, but then can't charge. So it can kind of shoot,
Which is funny.
Move, which is fun. It can take the rotary cannon. It can take the twin. It will have. Sorry, wait. Let me just double check. It will have the twin Magna Coil autocannon, which is a strength 7 -1 2 shots twin linked, and then it can either and it can either have the Highlights rotary cannon. Can swap it out for the Magna Rail cannon, which is obviously strength 14 -4 D3 +3 with dev wounds.
Yes.
And they can all take smoke launchers because you just will have them.
I think they're interesting. They're super cheap. I don't think the damage output is amazing.
There's not a great deal of shots, but they are your fast, annoying anti-tank. That's kind of like your rush unit, you know. They are trying to be annoying.
Because they are so cheap, you can take a lot of them.
Yeah.
Right? You can take like 3, 4, and then all these Magna Rails are flying around.
Yeah, for 70 points a model, that's such a good little. That's so because we were talking about like the Arcanaut ejaculator. whatever his name is, and we're like 75
Yeah, he's only 5
points.
points more.
Yeah, he's 75 points, and he's like decent.
Yeah,
and,
he is.
and these are like 5 points cheaper, and they're way tougher. They've got more OC, and they've got more
They do.
shots, arguably. Yeah,
Exactly.
he's got like 6 shots at 12-inch range, but these just sit at 24-inch range. Poke their tiny fucking nose out, shoot 2 Magna Rail rifles, Magna Rail cannons, and then roll a d6 and move back behind the wall.
Exactly. I think they're top of B, bottom of A.
I would say, I just think they're so cheap, dude, and they're such a toughness 7 is such an annoying profile to deal with.
It is.
You know,
I
like
think
how
it's
annoying
smoke.
a beast of Nagel is to kill. I know they heal every phase, but you know, like a beast of Nagel that runs to the middle of the board, and it's like, okay, I'm like toughness 7 or 8 or whatever. I've got 7 wounds, and you just like, you don't really want to commit anything to it because it's so light, but you kind of need to because it's in the middle of the board.
What makes the defenders really interesting is, let me just double check one thing before I start talking. They're in the transport detachment. There is a couple of stratagems that are for vehicles.
Okay.
And what I'm specifically thinking of is if you shoot at something with a vehicle, then infantry units that shoot at the same target, they get to reroll hit rolls of 1.
Okay, what's the detachment called again? Can you remember?
It's called breakfast. I like this. Brand fast breakfast, I believe, is the common terminology for it.
Brand fast oath band.
Yeah, illuminated priority.
Yeah, so shoot phase just after League of Votann vehicle unit has shot. Set one of your unit hit by one or more of those attacks. Each time an infantry unit makes a target that attack, reroll a hit roll of 1.
I think a defender's kind of like a good stack up for this.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And like I said, the thing is with it is it's like an annoying defensive profile that can keep hiding.
It's true. I think the shifting all the time would be, and because you can take them in 2s, you can have 6.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, they are the
Sagittor. Okay, I'm happy with them.
Because what I feel like what they've done is like taken the Sagittor and gone, this is a really good transport unit and a really good shooting unit, and they've gone, why don't we make that shit and then make a really good shooting unit and a really good transport unit?
Or make it 2 data sheets.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah. It kind of feels like that.
It's the Scout 9
but I agree. Yeah.
The Scout 9's really
You can just
good.
go out and take the board.
Yeah.
You know?
I've put them A. I think they're good.
I think A's. A is right. I think A's right for me.
And it's just like, Games Workshop love scamming Votann players for buying multiple of the same vehicle kit. So why not a new one?
Yeah. Sad but true.
Yeah. So next up, we've got the Capricus Carrier, which is the transport version. Now, this is equipped with the Magna Coil autocannon and the twin Magna Coil autocannon. It has Scout.
Just more shots of the same gun.
Yeah. It has Scout. It has firing deck, 5. It can carry 5 Jaeger models.
Yep.
It splits Jaegers just like a Sagittor does.
Yes.
And
that's it.
And then,
it's -1 to hit if it shoots something, I think.
Yeah, it gives out suppressed. That gives that
It's okay. I'm way less hype on the carrier than I am on the defender.
It's 75 points, so it's 5 points more than a defender.
Exactly, and the only thing it really does is split Jaegers into 5.
Yeah.
And I guess
Which we've just talked about how good it is to have a unit of 10.
Exactly. Like, if you run 20 Jaegers, so 1 10-man, then you could have a 10-man and a 5-man. Because the problem is, because it's a transport, one of the 5 Jaegers has to be inside the defender.
Yeah.
Not the defender, the carrier. Right? So now you only have a 5-man unit deploying on the board. Sure, it's 45 points.
Yeah.
But I think Jaegers are better in a 10-man, personally. And the carrier does very little. I mean, I guess if there's ever a meta where you just want to spam Jaegers for whatever reason, it'll be good. But I think at the minute, it's kind of situational, personally. It's
yeah, and that's a push. I think situational is a push.
Yeah.
I just don't think you'll see them very often.
You're more likely to see them than like some of the F tier ones. Like I can imagine a situation where I would take those, right?
Okay. So, speaking of what they used to have, the Sagittor. We're nearly
My
done.
babies.
Decided
What did they
to
do to my
everybody.
Servitors?
I was thinking because loads of people obviously been trying to sell Votann armies recently. I was like, oh, maybe I buy one, and then
Yeah.
every army has like 15 Sagittars or something stupid. I'm just like, nah, I'm not
Yeah.
risking it. And I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah. The Sagittar, second hardest nerf in the book after Hearthguard, probably.
Yeah, yeah. So it's 95 points for a Sagittar. You can't take
So down
multiple.
20. You can't. It's still up to 6. It's a dedicated
Oh, of
transport.
course, yeah. My bad, my bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't have scout anymore. It lost a point of toughness, I think. Were you tough as 10 before?
It did lose its toughness 9 now, so it did
Yeah.
lose a point of toughness, yeah.
Which is fine, because, like, you know, if lots of things are losing points of toughness at the minute. But it's saying toughness is a rhino, which is not too bad, to be fair.
Yeah.
The thing is with the Sagittar is, like, it's lost scout, lost toughness, but it's still a good shooting platform.
It is. It obviously isn't what it used to be. You're not going to sustain your last cannon into hilarity.
Yeah.
And more importantly, it splits up warriors. And that very fact keeps it in B tier for me. The
Yeah.
fact that it enables the warrior combo. You have to have it to split your warriors, and simply for that reason, you're going to see one Sagittar in every list, because you will run at least one squad of warriors that you want to split.
Yeah, and they're not expensive. They're just slightly worse than
No,
they
they're
were.
not. And, they are cool. I mean, you can advance and charge. Like, you can advance and charge and then still get out with a Sagittar and still act like
yeah.
you've just normal moved, which is cool for your warriors. You fly up the board, you do a mission action, you hop out, you do your mission action, right? And obviously in the transport detachment, if you have like stuff in the Sagittar, it can help out and get sustained 1. Not too much it can transport. That would be crazy, crazy, crazy.
You could put Berserks in here, for example, which is pretty good.
You put Berserks in there exactly to get the Berserks up the board faster, right? So I think you'll always see at least 1, possibly 2, because again, it just enables the warrior combo. So,
yeah.
B, it's okay.
B, I think B.
It's not.
B is pretty healthy. Yeah. We'll put him slightly above the Steeljacks because the Steeljacks are poo, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, you can put him down to C then if you want.
No, I think low B is fine. I don't think they're as bad as like the Arcanaut.
Yeah, they're not as bad as the Arcanaut for sure. Yeah.
Okay, I think our final unit, the Land Fortress, the boy, the champ, the boss. So Land Fortress setting you back 240 points. So second most expensive unit behind 10 Hearthguard.
Oh my god, that's so true. That's more expensive than Land Fortress.
I mean,
that's
10,
crazy.
10, not 5, but still. It is the second most expensive unit available.
That's insane.
Move 10, toughness 12. God, Imperial Knights can only wish. 2 up save. Ignore modifiers to ballistic skill when shooting with the multicog targeting. It can reroll hit rolls of 1, which is obviously instead of ignoring cover now, I think. The pan-spectral
so it's reroll hit rolls
scanner. And it's just a horrible shooting platform that can transport 14 dudes. It can carry exo armor, exo frame, and ironkin, but they all could take up 2 instead of 1. This is a good unit.
Yeah, that's kind of the biggest change. Yeah. It's cracked. I think the Land Fortress might be S. It's either S or A, and we can debate it.
Okay.
But the reason the Land Fort is crazy is because it's a great shooting platform, 1. So you have 6 bolt cannons with sustained 2 naturally now.
Yep.
The Mater auto gun gains sustained 1.
It did.
Naturally now, right? And then people will debate which one of the top guns to take. It's funny that they nerfed the worst gun. The worst gun in the index, they made worse in the codex. I think it's called the Blast something or other. What's it called again? I can never remember.
Cyclic Ion Cannon?
It's called the Cyclic Ion Cannon. It's worse.
Because now
less shots,
D6
less strength.
plus 2, strength 7 minus 2 damage.
Worse for whatever reason. I don't really understand.
Love that.
So the question really is, do you take the heavy conversion beamer? Because it is also conversion, so it's 4 shots. Strength 10, -2, flat 4. Again,
lethal with crits on
same
4.
Exactly. Put on sustain 2, and now you're critting on 2s, you know. Or do you take the Magna Rail Cannon because it's got 2 shots now instead of 1.
It has 2 shots, strength 18, -4, d6 plus 4 dev wounds. It's a really good anti-tank profile.
It is. And you would probably always say 2 land forts in a list, so you'd have 2 of those rocking around, probably.
Sure.
And AP -4 is pretty good in an army that lacks AP in a lot of situations.
Like we spoke about, the big problem is the lack of AP, but, you know, it's if you've got the Thunder King, great, but if you haven't, then it's just like, okay, well, my AP is just nerfed. But AP 3 minimum is good. Well,
exactly. And interestingly, you know, it really benefits from, you know, the army rule. We get +1 to hit, because now you got +1 to hit, depending on the context, re-rolling 1s.
Yep.
So I think it kind of depends on the detachment, which one of the big guns you take.
Yeah, because Loki chat is saying I can see the conversion being better in need guard, to be able to get sustained,
too.
But then Magna Rail for every other detachment, which I think is a fair assessment.
Exactly. But again, you know, even the transport got buffed, because now you can take 6 Steeljacks and a Mimnir, you can take 6 Thunderkin and an Iron Master, and they can all be inside a land fortress, kind of rocking around, being transported, hopping out, doing
Iron
funny
Master,
things.
like, do all these mates not count as a transport model?
Not anymore. They used to, but they changed it that now only he and 1 guy count, and the other 3 are like they stuff in the storage locker overhead when they get in.
Let me have a look. Because you can only transport.
Look at the Iron Master.
7. If a unit to Iron Master is ever destroyed, all this unit remaining. While embarking with the transport, each ECOG model takes up space of 0 models, and it's 3. So it's the Ankin Assistant and the Iron Master that take space, right?
Exactly. So that's 2, and then the Thunder can each take up 2, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, because they don't count. They don't take 2 themselves. I'm an idiot. They're just the Steeljacks do.
Exactly.
So yeah, you can.
And the Steeljack also counts as 2 each, so that's 12.
Yeah.
So you get 12 plus a guy, plus the babysitter,
plus the 2 characters. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay. Yeah, I was confused. I was like, well, if they take up 12 and he's taking up another 4, but I forgot that Steeljacks.
No, it's 14.
Take
14.
2.
Yeah.
He takes 2
but
himself.
I think the land fort's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I think.
Say S.
Does it need nerfing? It's a really good unit. Just because you run it in every list doesn't mean it necessarily needs a nerf. It just means it's like really crucial to how the army works.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's top of A. I'm gonna stick with that. Top of A.
Yeah, because I don't think
Uthar
needs a nerf, but I think he's really good. You know, whereas like the Thunderkin with the Steeljacks, the Brockia, and the Memnir could maybe do with a little tweak to bring them down a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe the Memnir goes up 15 points. Maybe the Brockia goes up a little bit because they just seem extremely cheap.
They are very cheap.
Yeah.
They're very, very cheap.
And then Thunderkin are extremely multifunctional. They're really good. And then the double shooting, essentially, Steeljacks are a little cracked.
Yeah, it is. It is, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm happy with that. It looks really good.
That's every unit.
I mean, overall, is every unit all 21. 21, baby, yeah. Old enough to drink.
Well, yeah, they're not tall enough to drink though. They can't ride roller coasters, but they can drink alcohol. Exactly.
But I think I'm happy with the order. Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks S looks fine to me. I think A looks.
I'm fed up with all these.
I would put the warriors. I would put the warriors behind the land fort because I think they're more important than like Uthar and Buri and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Let's finish.
Same with the Jaegers.
Jaegers more important.
Yeah, and then B looks good and C looks good and F is just sad.
F is everyone's collection. It's just typical. Even with a small amount of units, it's still half of them. literally half of the
Yeah,
old ones
exactly.
are bad. Well, one new one.
Exactly. And I think, you know, you don't even have to nerf the Iron Master and the Minier if you just like put up the points a little bit on the Thunderkin and the
Yeah,
Steeljacks. That already does a lot. You know?
yeah, for
Just a little
sure.
bit. Not a lot.
Like I say, if you
The
put 10,
problem is
10 15 on the characters, it just slow the spam a little bit. But I don't.
exactly.
But like, yeah, the problem is the unit, not the character. Really, they just make
Exactly.
the characters just make them a little bit more extreme.
Exactly. And I think at the end of the day, I've been thinking about this a lot after you actually asked me to come on. I wanted to kind of like formulate my thoughts. Overall, I'm really happy with the codex. It's a very interesting codex because, yes, there's a lot of changes, but what I think makes this very interesting is that there's a lot of room for variety, which used to be kind of the antithesis of Votann, if you will.
Yeah.
Everybody ran like one or two lists, and that was it. And you were like a stat check, and you push your stuff in the middle, and then you'd call it a day. Whereas now, you know, you can run the transport detachment, you can run the need guard detachment, you can run the berserk detachment. Those are probably the three really good ones.
Sure.
And then the other two are like okay, but they're not terrible. They're not like, you know, first company space marine bad.
Yeah.
I think even there's like flex, you know. Sorry,
yeah.
What do you want to say?
No, I was gonna say I think Games Workshop have really struggled with making multiple detachments actually worth looking at in a lot of armies. Yeah. Like we've just seen with Grey Knights, it's like, oh, there's all these cool detachments, but I still kind of want to run the Grotmus one, and that was literally 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Votann, it definitely feels like, okay, a lot of these do have play. One will probably come out on top when the list gets figured out, but I think
exactly.
I think overall Votann have like a bunch of option, which is nice.
For sure. No, I'm happy. Again, pretty happy. I'm happy to start trying it out, see how I feel with it, and then just kind of take it from there. Yeah. I think the only concern I have with Votann is that they're really, really cheap.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, they are an expensive army to build.
Yeah. It's becoming like AdMech level cheap slowly, which is concerning if you want to start Votann. Not so much if you already have 2,000 points of Votann, but yeah, it might be a bit harder to break into than the average army, I would say.
Yeah, especially because because everything's quite new as well. As we read in the financial report over on the second channel, that we know that Games Workshop are like kind of taxing new models to make up the costs that they're losing. So they're like,
it's funny because
not only do you need a lot, it's per unit is expensive.
It's quite funny because when I bought them, I actually found them on the cheaper side, the new models. The ejaculator and the when I pre-ordered them, the ejaculator and the Mimir were only £19.
Because you're using / Outpost, right?
Outpost, exactly.
Yep. Shout out to the Outpost. / Outpost, if you're pre-ordering any of these of Votann, excellent company. But yeah, like the old character's not too bad because obviously, like characters they can't make much more expensive. But it's like sometimes it's like, oh, this unit's really good, and I need like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Like the defenders, the Capri Sun defenders. How much are they? Do you know?
It was like 30 quid, 30.
You're like, oh, I could run 6. It's like a cool. It's a £200 on what 400.
And then if you think it shares that with the defender or the carrier as well, it's the same model.
So then you want to maybe one, maybe another one,
another 6.
Yeah. And then Steeljacks, it's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna run 18. That's 6 boxes. And
then you want 36 because you want 18 of the melee ones as well, and then suddenly
spirals like, obviously, if you want everything, but if you're just wanting like good shit, with Votann, it feels like every unit you probably want max units. You probably want, 18 shoot your Steeljacks, 18 Thunderkin, 2 land fortresses.
Maybe not 18, but definitely at least 2 full squads. I think so. 2 land fortresses.
And because that's so cheap, 2 it's just like I said, so expensive.
Exactly. I mean, even if you think about the berserk detachment, right? You need 60 of them, and they come in boxes of 5.
yeah, exactly. Let's have a look how much.
Oh, 37, 30, 35, maybe
yeah,
even
let's have a
34.
look how much they're it now. No, Capriccia says £37.50 retail. Obviously £30 from the Outpost. Steel Jacks are
Exclamation point Outpost in chat.
£37, £30 from Outpost. They are currently out of stock, but they will get more in. I think the cheapest unit to buy is the fucking Earthshaker. £30 for a unit too.
So
You're not taking any more. You're not taking many more than that.
No. Bought one just to look at. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, just gonna look at this.
Yeah.
It'll be good one day.
Yeah.
11th edition. Come on, please.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's our tier list of the leagues of Votann. If you're watching this back as a video,
Screenshot it, put it on
post
Reddit so people can complain.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Mikey
post
did-
on Reddit.
Mikey really
Screenshot, put on Reddit.
again. But I think overall I'm pretty happy with that. So Mercenary Q, thank you so much for joining me, mate. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on stream and telling me about Votann, because I don't know Votann that well, but you do. Professional,
I love them.
best Votann player I've spoken to today.
If you want to see me play Votann, come down in August to All Stars. August.
Hell yeah, dude!
I will be there.
Yeah.
Playing Votann
Playing
for the
old
index
Votann.
for the final time.
Yeah.
Index for the final time.
Not only has he nerfed Death Guard and Knights, he's nerfed Votann as well.
It's quite funny. I literally have 2 RTTs this weekend, and then All Stars to say goodbye to the index I've been playing for 2 years.
Yeah. It's funny
It's
that
been
you were
2
like,
years.
Mikey, there's a new codex coming. Will it be in play? I really don't want to play it. And I was like, no, it's too close. And now it's out. You're like, God, I could play the new codex.
The problem is just I could never build and paint it all in time.
Yeah,
Like,
it'd be
I have a list
horrible rush
that
job.
I've planned,
Yeah.
and I have to build 6 steel jacks, 2 defenders, Buri, you know.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's
So
funny
not
because
really doable.
it's funny because like a lot of people want it, and then it's like, yeah, but all the units are out of stock. So you want to play a new codex where you probably can't even get the units that you want to play.
Exactly. I mean, I think I managed to pre-order everything I wanted, but yeah,
But not easy.
I would never get it done. Next time.
Yeah.
Next All Stars! Exclamation point shop.
That's
We
it.
also
in
appreciate
December,
any money.
we've got Teams event in
Or
December.
become a member.
Yeah.
Donate, become a member.
Thanks, Mercenary Q.
Me.
Best mod.
Mikey's locked me in a hot room. He won't let me go unless there's members.
No,
Please.
I'm gonna let you go
It's
now.
so warm in the UK.
It is warm. How hot is it in Scotland? It's like 30 degrees today. Here.
And it's 26, ultra muggy, so I'm dying, bro.
I bet.
Dying.
I bet. We're going
Thank
to
you for having
today.
me.
Thank you for coming on, dude. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the help.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
See ya. Love you. Bye. I said love you.
Love you too. I made it awkward by bringing it up.
I did. Bye.
You didn't naturally let me say it. Now
No,
it's
you
too late. You've ruined it.
Bye. Shout out to Mercenary Q. Let's go. Let's go. What a boy. Thanks to Mercenary Q for helping me out with the stream. Really appreciate it. It's a good stream. Good stream, I think. So thanks so much for watching today, chat. I really appreciate it. We do love Mercenary Q. Absolute legend. Absolutely legendary human. Thank you for supporting the show today. Really appreciate it for everyone who donated, became member and stuff like that. That very kind of you. We had 3 donos, 1 resub and 1 gifted. I'll hopefully be back again at the end of the week. I am just trying to finish off this damn RPG that is taking up a lot of my time right now. So I'm not promising any live stream just yet because the RPG is the priority right now. But hopefully you've been enjoying the RPG. Hope you've been enjoying the streams. I'll try and get this out as a video as well. If you did miss it, you just tuned in late. I didn't want to shout about it too much because I wasn't sure like what was going on with like everything. But like I think it'll make a good video. So looking forward to the inevitable TPK. Oh, okay. I was like TPK. Oh wait, yeah, the RPG. Well, we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of dwarves in that, and it's the final episode this Friday. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be not this Friday, this Sunday. Final episode this Sunday, hopefully. So that's it. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next stream. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye. Bye-bye now. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye. Bye. Thanks for all the support. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mercenary Q. Bye.